What's going on? What's going on? I'm getting everything together. Um, I've had the longest. I had the longest drive upstate. So right now I'm upstate New York. That's why the live took so long. It took a while. There was a snowstorm, and it took a while to drive up here. So I'm upstate right now, and I'm just getting everything together. Mm-mm-mm. So just bear with me a little bit while I get everything up. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so while that's running, all right, let's get my guy. I've been studying consumer law after watching now was disputing all around just using fraud and it hurt. Yep, we're gonna get into that today as well. Just give me a few. Let me set everything up. Let me see. Is this even being streamed to Facebook right now? I hope it is being streamed to Facebook. I don't know, but let's get this ball rolling. All right, cool. All right, I think we're doing good. I recently came across some new information, and um, as much as today I'm going to be speaking about inquiries and deleting inquiries, um, I want to get some of these out as well. So, all right, inquiries is a big nuisance, and it's been hurting a lot of people. And one of the things that I found out about inquiries are a couple things. So, the biggest thing about any inquiry is being able to prove permissible purpose. And if permissible purpose isn't proven, then one of the things that the inquiry must be deleted, because any creditor who obtains your information without permissible purpose, meaning that you gave them permission to pull the reports, it is, you can dispute that and you can get it deleted. I don't see it on Facebook streaming. uh it did not go on Facebook. Okay, yada yada yada. All right, I need my tech person. Give me 1 minute. It's not being streamed to Facebook. I need to get my tech person in here. So let me get my tech person on the line right now. So Clubhouse, I'm gonna trip out for a minute. Let me get my tech person on the line right now, so I can figure this out. Can we get it deleted with an account attached? Yes, you can, but I don't recommend it. For the simple fact is, you have to delete that inquiry before the account hits. If the account hits before you delete it, you run the chance of closing that account down. So you got to be very careful. Hey, a bear. Can you hear me?
I do.
Okay, I'm on live right now, and I can't figure out how YouTube is not streaming to Facebook. Can you hop on and give me some assistance?
Oh, okay, okay, all
And
right.
I also need the link for the 24-hour inquiry deletion guide to pin it on to pin it inside of IG, and to drop it
Okay,
in the chat for YouTube as well.
okay. For the YouTube, you can stream YouTube on Facebook, but I will share the in
Yeah.
in on the Facebook. That's what video.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Cool. All right. Clubhouse, I'm back. I do apologize. Can y'all hear me? Yes.
Yes,
No.
sir.
All right. Cool. So I had to get my tech person up so I can get this going on. But before we get into all of that, everyone, we officially launched the Consumer Law Secrets University. And no, Appleton, no, I don't have none of that today. So I'm on military training, so I didn't bring any Appleton with me. Where is the Appleton? The Appleton, you know what's crazy? The Appleton is outside in the car. All right. I'm not going for it. I will not be tempted today. You will not tempt me today. I'm not going outside for the Appleton. All right. So, big news, right? The Consumer Law Secrets University is open and we are taking enrollments. That's major news. And a few of the things that I'm going to get into on the university and the university only is mortgage fraud, foreclosures, all new products that I create now, I'm creating through the Consumer Law Secrets University. So if you have not tapped into the Consumer Law Secrets University, I'm telling y'all are doing yourself an injustice. I know a lot of people want to comprehend the process of mortgage fraud. I got the documents now. I've been reading it. I've checked the stuff. It's legit. The foreclosure, I have that as well. I'll be making those out very soon, all of which will be in the university. You can only get those packages in the university or if you purchase it from the website. It will not be available anywhere else. So for existing mentees that are not in the university, when these packages are created, we will create a one-time coupon for you and you're able to get it for 50% off. Apart from that, that's the only other way this product will be distributed. But inside the university, you will be able to get that item for free. And all items, once you're in the university, all future products that I create, you will be able to get them for free inside the university. So that's great news. For those of you who don't, no, Appleton, don't do it, bro. I'm not going for the Appleton. I'm definitely not. But yeah, so I wanted to share that with y'all. So for Instagram, I want y'all to put the questions in that little box, the bubble at the bottom that has the question mark, so I don't skip over the questions. So in that little bubble beside the airplane, put your questions in there, right? Put the questions in there so I don't skip over the questions if I'm doing something. So there's a few things that I'm gonna read today. Driving home now, about to that domain boss. Okay, cool. A few things that I'm going to cover. I'm going to read over a few of the documents that I have. Well, on inquiries first. It's inquiries, they've become a nuisance to a lot of people. And the biggest thing we're going to do right now. So if you want to be able to get some results, like right now, do you recommend using 15 USC 1666B to remove late payments? Yes and no. That section of the law leaves room for ambiguity with the continuation of the sentence, because where it says late payments, it's a comma, and we all know that when you have a comma, it means there's more that follow the sentence. So I wouldn't really use that. What I want to do is, or what I would use is the section that I'm using now that we've gotten tremendous results from, which is the 15 USC 1681A 2A1. That's the section that I've seen the most inquiry deletions from. Tech drive. Okay. So YouTube, I can see that y'all don't got much questions right now. I see a few inside of Clubhouse. So let me see what these questions are, and then we'll go from there. Boom, Doreen, I'm in the mentorship, but haven't gotten anything about the university. So if you're in the mentorship, an email went out last night I want you to check your spam, your junk, your promotional folders. If you had filled out the transition form, I'm going to say this again. If you didn't fill out the transition form, you would have not gotten an email. The email is going out to the people that have been filling out the transition form. And like I've said it in the Facebook group, in order for you to get admitted to the university, you must fill out the Consumer Law Secrets University transition form. So if you have, check your email. An email went out last night regarding how you access the university. So definitely check on that. All right, boom. All right, let's see what else I got going on here. Hello, I saw your information on YouTube. I have collections, charge-off, late payments. Which package offers the best value, knowledge, and templates? Well, if you have charge-off, I'd say get the charge-off deletion guide. But if you really want to learn the process of disputing charge-off, late payments, collections, all of that stuff, and then learn how to get paid for it, I recommend you joining the mentorship / the university, because this is where you'll get the most tremendous value. But if charge-off is your only issue, I'd say just go on the website, DoreenDelavante.com, and you will be able to just get the charge-off deletion guide, and it's going to have the letters that you need to dispute the charge-off. The collections now are a separate item. You would have to get the charge-off deletion letters from the website itself. If you don't, if you're not coming into the university right now, those would be your fastest methods. And with the mentorship, y'all should know that we melt collections like butter. It is like super easy. Collections is one of the easiest things to get rid of. YouTube, let me see what questions y'all got. What happened to the fintech company you spoke about the other day? Okay, I'm still working on it. I'm waiting for approval. So I filled out all the information. Right now, I am just waiting for approval from the fintech company. So it's coming. I just need approval now. I sent in all the documents. All documents have been sent in. The only thing that's remaining now is just setting up the account so they can offer payment. So it's coming. Just give a little more patience, but it's coming real soon. I've been working diligently on it, so hopefully everything should be great by next week. And once that happens, once I'm able to do the to work out the payment plan, then no, I will send an email out for everybody. So it's important that y'all are subscribed to Consumer Law Secrets University or DoreenDelavante.com. So when we get the approval, I can send out the information in an email and via SMS that we have funding available, and this is the link for you to apply for funding to get into the university. So it's important that you're tapped in. What else do I got? OMG, I just DM'd you by accident, my big. It's all good, bruv. It's all good. How do you go about getting remedy from TransUnion? The same way you would get a remedy from anybody. You want to do 3 letters in total. So the first is your constructive notice. The second is an opportunity to cure. The third would be if you do so wait, let's go over it. First is a constructive notice. Second is an opportunity to cure. And then the third would be the final warning. And if they ignore all 3, it brings them under civil liability now for willful noncompliance. And then once they're in that jurisdiction, it is free game from there, because now you can prove actual damage. You can prove that you've reached out. You can prove that you told them the information was inaccurate. You gave them an opportunity to cure, and that's how you're going to build your case, and that's how you're going to get it done. So it's not just, oh, I'm going to sue. There needs to be a process. And once you do that process, then you go into taking legal action if that's what it comes down to. And that's what you have to do to get your remedy. YouTube, what else you got for me? What's up, Credit Hero? I am currently in the process of closing on a home. So I wanted to know, is there a payment plan to join the university? I am working on it. Believe me, guys, I am working on it. I am working on it. Which law you cited to remove a mortgage from the consumer report? Oh, if you go on the website, it's pretty easy. 15 USC 16 I mean, 15 USC 6802B, it speaks on how to opt out of having your information reported. So there is a letter that's already formatted. If you want to delete the mortgage from your consumer report, there's a letter that's already formatted. Just go to DorrainDelevante.com. Just go to DorrainDelevante.com and you will be able to get the mortgage deletion letter. It's on the website. It's wicked easy. It's not complicated. Awesome. All right, cool. Oh, thank you, Gladys. Thank you very much. All right, now can you speak on the inquiry removals and would those letters be offered in your mentorship? Absolutely. So everything that I speak on, every product that I make is available in the Consumer Law Secrets University. Every product. Can you say the process one more time to start getting your remedy? You're gonna have to catch the replay. Um, I'm gonna dive into some questions because is that for HELOC? Hold on. Clubhouse has upgraded. Wow. Okay. There's a whole room now for chat on Clubhouse. I didn't know that.
Actually, yeah, you can see the chat.
Yeah. I was like, when did this happen? All right. Boom. Let me see. All right. So what? So with the university, I get templates and all the knowledge. Absolutely. Every product, everything you see on my website, plus everything I am going to create, is and will be in the university. The university will have all the products. Every single product that I create will be in the university. Every single product. And once you're in the university, you will not have to pay for a product. But that's only for university. If you're in the mentorship, which is separate from the university, right? The mentorship now, that whatever you pay for in that mentorship package, you will have it. But new products outside the mentorship, you will have at 50% off. But once you're in the university, everything is open for you in the university because our products will be directed and created in the university. All right, so IG, I really want y'all to throw the questions in the little box because the chat is moving real fast, and if I don't see the questions, I'm not going to be able to answer them. So please throw the questions in the bubble at the bottom so I can see them. Like I'm on YouTube, Clubhouse, I believe I'm streaming on Facebook now. I'm not going to see all the questions. Please throw them in the question box thingy so I don't lose the questions. I got Jason on the stage and it looked like Jason might have a question. So talk to me, Jason. What's going on, King?
Hey, brother. Listen, this isn't a question. This is something for you. I want to say thank you for everything you've done. I've joined the university. Everything is powerful in there. Everybody should take their time, go through it, get to university, obtain that knowledge, study, and then go out and prove to everyone who's saying that this is wrong, that it's right. Take back your life, take back your time. Thank you, Brother D, for doing this. God bless you, brother. You know, I'm always here for you. You've always been there for us.
I appreciate you, Jason. Thank you very much. And a lot of people, they think like I'm on here capping like the stuff works. I literally just got a brand new car and I'm about to run the rescission play on it. Literally just got it. And once I do, guess where all that information goes? Inside the university. So a lot of people don't believe it's possible for them. And I've noticed that it creates a barrier, right? It creates a barrier. What's going on here? I can't even see the chats on YouTube anymore. And it creates a barrier for a lot of people because if they don't think it's possible for them, they're like, well, I've never heard of this before. The fact that you've never heard of something before, it doesn't mean that this stuff don't exist. There's always a first time for everything. There is. And when you learn this stuff, imagine growing up where society taught you the real truth about credit. And you are taught that, okay, if you go into a transaction and you decide that you no longer want to take part in this transaction, if certain notices weren't given to you, or if certain notices were given to you that's required by the law, you are able to do this. You're able to cancel void, and terminate the transaction. But not only that, you're able to keep the item, right? And you, at your disclosure, at your address, at your option, you're able to say when and where you're going to offer tender for this item. Like, imagine that, knowing that you can buy a home tomorrow and in 3 days rescind the contract and still keep the home. Like, just, I want y'all to think about this. Like, I really want y'all to think about this. How would some of these firms be millionaire firms and trillionaire firms and billionaire firms if you really know the truth about credit? It is not in your best interest for them to know this. Did you know that some of the statements that you get, they're actually coupons, and coupons are credit cards that you can accept for value and return for value? There's so much things we don't know, and these are the things that I'm using now because I've learned the stuff and I'm actively using them. If you don't know this stuff, there's no way you're going to act on it. How? I'm going to take some more questions for Clubhouse. How much is the university? The university is an investment in yourself. So I want you to go on the website. You can't equate price with value. All right. Go on the website, consumerlawsecretsuniversity.com, and you will see it. 30 days, there's no continue 47. So the point I'm getting at is a lot of time we get so caught up with what is the price of this? What is the price of this? What is the price of you not doing it? If you pay an admission fee to enroll in a university and you are taught how to get a car for free, basically a car, any car, doesn't matter. You go into a dealership, $100,000 car, $150,000 car, it doesn't matter. You go in and you learn the steps necessary to rescind, keep the item, and get it. Like, do you comprehend what you're able to do with that type of information? And the important thing that I want y'all to comprehend is, with great power comes great responsibility. In no way, shape, or form am I telling any of y'all to just go out there and be running these plays without any form of restraints. All right? Be mindful of how often you're running these plays. Right? Don't be greedy running these plays. Be very sparing running these plays. All right, because one of my mentors told me this. They said, pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered. Do not be greedy. Run the play, but be sparing how you run the play. Because at the end of the day, you got to be accountable. Don't run these play like you're going to, I don't know, just be very mindful how you run these plays. That's all I'm saying. And you cannot, and when it comes to credit too, so let me talk about that. When it comes to credit, don't wait until you need the stuff to try and get it fixed. Don't do that. You gotta be in position before you need it. If you wait until you need it, I'm telling you, you are SOL, and that just means shit out of luck, because 9 times out of 10, you will not get a quick fix next month. It will not happen. You gotta be in position first. All right, let me go back to YouTube real quick. What's the name of the consumer protection law organization that you bought the 7,000 word of books from? It's called NCLC, National Consumer Law Center. Why do accounts get placed back on credit report after they were removed due to fraud? Because you didn't fill the information correctly. When it comes to fraud, there's a specific thing. There's 4 specific things you must do. And if you don't do those 4 specific things, items that got removed because of fraud can reappear. There's specific steps you must take. And when you don't, these accounts reappear. That 1099A form is a powerful tool. Yep, anything over 600 can be purchased on this form. I'm not sure about the cost, but I do know that you're able to use a 1099A, an acquisition and abandonment form. It is a negotiable instrument, and it can be used to, like it says, acquisition of assets. It can be used. from the Sestuque Trust. Absolutely. What's different from the $47 deal that I bought and the Academy? There's a big difference between a $47 ebook and the university. A hell of a lot of difference. um, the ebook is just the ebook. That's basic credit repair knowledge. The university, think of being in kindergarten, right? Which is what the ebook is. It's a kindergarten basic level, first grade. And the university is exactly what it is, university type information. There's a big difference between the two. Um, Let me see if I got more questions in Clubhouse, and I'm gonna go back to Instagram. All right, boom. Clubhouse seems to be doing great. All right, Instagram. Let me get your questions now. So, is the express inquiry the same as all the others? Call in and state the inquiries are not authorized. That's one portion of it. But mine also comes with different letters. In the event that the script doesn't work, you're able to use the letters as well. So it's multiple parts to it. If an account is over 7 years from an auto loan, can I still get remedy? The account was charged off. Well, the big thing is fraud. When I was reading the section of the law that deals with charge off, and in this case, if it's a charge off auto loan, it's a repossession. There was no time limit that I saw when I was studying the repossession. So under Article 9, Part 6, that deals with repossession, there was no time limit there. So if it's there and you find it and you can prove it, then you can go in and get your remedy. But from what I read, there was not a time limit on how long you can wait before the statute of limitations and that expire. I didn't see any. How often does the inquiry removal letter work? I've removed up to the most I've gotten deleted in one round was 21 inquiries. I've gotten 21 inquiries deleted in 1 hour using that. So that's the most that I've gotten from the inquiry deletion guide. 21 inquiries I got deleted. How do you get remedy from TransUnion? All right, boom. Got that one already. Let me see what's going on. Alrighty, Lord. Let me see what's going on with this king right now. Let me bring you on. How can I remove closed accounts? If you go on the website, what's going on, King? Give me 2 seconds.
Yo, what's good?
You tell me, bro. Give me 2 seconds. As it relates to closed accounts, if you go on the website, you're gonna see delete a negative account letter. There's a letter that says delete a negative account. You will use that letter and it's gonna give you the verbiage of what you need, and you're gonna send that letter directly to the creditor. So you're gonna send that letter directly to the creditor about how to get that negative account deleted. Talk to me, King. What's going on?
All right, so I got a jewel for you.
Let's go, bro. I love gems. I love gems. So let's turn this into a diamond.
I figured out that if they're reporting your a late payment and it's a collection, that's an automatic deletion right there.
So if it's in collections already, it cannot be late.
Right.
You
And
got-
so the majority of them, I just took 2 of them off, just because it said that it was being reported late.
Yeah, it cannot be late if it's in collection. It should have stopped reported. The minute it goes to collection, that account should have stopped reported. Now, we know that late payments are illegal, right? If you've been following my content, I've proven multiple times. And I don't want to have just fluff up here. I got Mika and David here, and Mika and David are 2 of my university and mentees in my program. I'm gonna have Mika go first, and I'm gonna have Dave. Mika, are you able to speak?
Yeah.
Does the late payment letter work? I don't want any fluff, Mika. Give me the real stuff. Does it work or does it not work? No fluff.
Yes,
I want the
it,
truth.
it, it works. I've used it. I've gotten late payments off for myself for something that was old. Um, and then I've actually used another letter that I was able to get a deletion, which was the permissible purpose, and I have the paperwork to show that. And that's the letter that I used to get a deletion from a for a credit card for a closed account. That was, I believe,
That's
it was
another
charged
thing. You said closed account.
Yeah,
So
close
majority
and
of the,
open, both. It works for
right.
both.
So the majority of the collections will be reporting as an open account.
That's the other
Make sense?
inconsistency with the report. Because if it's
Yup.
sold to collection, it's no longer an open account.
Yup.
So it's,
Yup.
you see,
It's
when
so
you,
the collection shouldn't even be on your. It shouldn't even be on your report.
so
It should be on
now,
their file.
now we're talking about the new rules. So a lot of people don't know that there's new rules in place right now for their collections. But before I go there, Dave, are you able to speak, Dave?
Yeah, I'm able to speak, man.
I only want truth, bro. If the shit don't work, let everybody know it doesn't work. If it works, let everybody know that it works. Does the late payment letter work?
And listen, when you first came out with that letter, man, I think I had to be one of the first people who used that letter and sent that letter out, and boom. It's actually, if they go to the Facebook group, they can see I posted it. It's not even to talk about. The receipts are there. You know, you can see because I posted the before and the after.
The thing is, Dave, for people that don't know about, because you can only access the Facebook group if you join the university. And a lot of people that's not in the university, they're like, Darain, I've never heard of a late payment being illegal. I've heard Darain, well, if the late payment is illegal, why is it on there then? Why is it called a charge off collection and it can't be both? So these are the things that people trust these corporations so much because we've been programmed to think that whatever is put on there, we have no control over it.
Man, Dre, just last night, I posted on January 8th January 8th of this year, I caught a new client. This lady came to me. She had a $6,400 medical collection just sitting on her report. She had some other fly-by-night company working on it, could never get this thing off. Long story short, she had a divorce. She wants to get a new house. She came to me. I looked at it. Boom, sent out one letter, and I'm sure you know that letter. I'm in love with that letter. Boom, sent it. 24th, they caught it. Yesterday, she actually sent me the correspondence coming back from the CFPB. Boom, gone. Account closed, gone.
And I've seen it. Like, these are real results every day. Like, nobody on here is making nothing up, bro. If it's one thing that you'll never find the rain do is cap. I'll never cap. The shit don't work, I'll delete it and I'll make something else. So what I'm getting at is the stuff works, but everybody wants a microwave fix. They want to, I'm going to send one letter out and it's going to work magically. It doesn't work like that, beloved. That's not how it works. Sometimes you get them off like that, but there's other times you have to go in and you have to demand and claim your stake.
The thing is consistency.
People don't have the consistency because they want the microwave product.
Nah.
Golly, this chat is moving crazy.
Letters out there.
Lorraine, here's my thing. A lot of people, they want those microwave fixed, but they're not realizing, man, that you pay for cheap credit repair, and you get those microwave fixed. They don't realize, man, that stuff is going to come back.
Right back.
It comes back, and then you risk the chance of getting them, the alphabet boys knocking on your door, trying to introduce you to the silver bracelets that'll land you in a 10x8. Who wants to go through that? Just do it right the first time, I always tell my customers in my initial consultation, I'm like, listen, if you're looking for that 2-week express credit repair, I'm not your guy.
Not the guy.
There's nothing left for us to even talk about. And I tell people all the time, excuse me, stand on your word. CROs that are in this business, just because some customer comes and they tell you, hey, listen, I was with so and so and so and so and this and that. Well, why are you knocking on my door? Go back over there. Let them do it. Obviously, there must be some reason that you didn't get the remedy that you wanted, so you came to me. So let me do my job. You know, I always get these customers, man, you know, nothing about credit when they sign up with you. But then all of a sudden, for some reason, man, that next day they're calling you, and all of a sudden they became credit wizards. And you have to, and in this business, I've learned that you have to be strong-minded, and you have to let these people know, listen, this is what I do, this is what I stand on. I do this every single day, and I'm doing it from an ethical standpoint of view. All that other stuff I don't know about, I'm not doing that. And I just, you know, me and Mika, we live by that, man. We live by that, man. We stand on these laws, man. I mean, Mika's actually teaching a class on teaching people how to actually write them, you know, and what to use them. My only problem that I have with people right now is everybody wants to get into the consumer law thing, but nobody wants to do study. Everybody wants to get that magic letter, throw 40, 50 laws on there, and then they want to come back and then they want to start.
Doesn't work like that.
Oh, you told me it worked. Blah blah blah. And like you said, man, there's times where, man, Durant, I went 4 or 5 rounds, sometimes 6 rounds before I was able to get it. And does it get discouraging? Yeah, it gets discouraging for anybody. But you know what I like and the brother I just heard him say a minute ago, I also live by consistency. Consistency will always outweigh these daggone credit reporting agencies and these debt collection that try to be bullies, man. And it's just, you know, just consistency and persistence, man. And that's what I find. That's my only secret: consistency, man.
Consistency.
And another thing is studying, man. I can't tell you, man. Mika sending me. Mika lives in California. She's sending me. Dang, what do you think about this law? Let's dive into this, that. Constantly, man, day in, day out. And I want to say 95% of our conversation, you better believe it got something to do with consumer law. We're searching for this, searching for that, well, Mika, we put this together, and you think this, and then we don't only just look in the law, we look at the definition of it, how the words are, you know, what it means, you know, because not some of the laws, you know, it might mean this, and we say, well, and we play out scenarios. Well, if this scenario was this, would this law pertain to that? And then it challenges, man. But you know, nobody want to do the study, and everybody want that quick fix, man. You know, but it's not
Study partners. So a big thing that is taught to me, for those of you who know who Nehemiah Davis is one of my mentors, and one of the things Nehemiah preaches is that you are the things you consume. If you consume garbage, you become garbage. If you consume greatness, you become great. And iron sharpens iron. And the people in your environment has a lot to do with the outcome of your life, whether you believe it or not. So what are you saying? All right. A seed. Right now, the tallest tree that I know of is an oak tree. I don't know if there's any tree taller than an oak tree, but to my little knowledge about trees, that's all I know. That's the tallest tree, is an oak tree. But an oak tree started out in an acorn, right? That little acorn has an oak tree that's over 100 feet tall trapped inside of it. Now, this is why environment is important. If you take that same goddamn, what did I just call it? Acorn. If you take that acorn and you put it on the window of a bathroom for 10 years, it will not grow. It will stay there. The oak tree is still trapped inside of it, but it will not grow because it's not in the right environment. Now, after 10 years, right, you take that same seed, that same oak, that same, goddamn, what did I just call it again? Acorn. I don't know why that name keeps slipping me. If you take that same acorn, you go into the forest, right, where the soil is moist, there's a lot of leaves, the compost is good, there's rich nutrients inside that soil to grow, that this acorn needs to grow. and you plant it there and you leave it for 10 years, the same way you did in the bathroom, and you come back, you are going to see that acorn starts to turn into an oak tree. It's same seed, same 10 years. What was different? The environment.
The surrounding.
It's the same for you. The seeds that you plant into your mind, if your mind is not in the right environment, it's not going to grow. I want y'all to think for a second. People that speak Spanish, people that speaks Mandarin, people that speaks Bulgarian, people that speaks different languages. You notice they're all in the same environment. And in that environment, they're able to speak the tongue. Apart from those who study other languages, we're not talking about them. But the average person, if I have a child that's born in Jamaica, the child by default now should speak English, right? But if at 8 months old, this child goes to China and grows up in China, what language do you think that Jamaican child is going to be speaking?
Mandarin.
Yeah. Why?
Because he's around there.
The environment. But a lot of people think because I'm an adult, the learning curve stops for me. Oh, you can't teach me anything. I know it all. You don't need to. Like, you see, when we learn to unlearn, and I know that sounds weird, you learning to unlearn. It sounds weird, right? But when we unlearn, remember, I am not from this country. I am born in Jamaica. I lived there for 20 years. We do not have a credit system like the one here in America. I had to learn this system. So what I thought, I had to unlearn everything that I thought I knew and learn this credit system. And I found out that this was the most beautiful thing ever created.
Yeah, because without it, you can't do anything.
Bro, where else can you go apply for $100,000 and don't put up any equity or don't put up any collateral? You can't do that in Jamaica because they want your car, they want the title to your house, they want your grandma's right liver. Well, not that part, but
They want to arm
they want something for it. Somebody has to stand security. But in America, you're able to just do one. That's one thing. Fix your damn credit. Hold on. I think I got some people that wants to join. Okay. All right. My boys are coming in.
I'll just leave with this. They say hide the truth in a book.
Yeah.
Right?
The people will never find it.
Right here. This is my Bible.
Good. Very
You know what I'm
good.
saying? Everybody needs to get this right here. You know what I'm saying? Get your Black's Law.
Bro, which edition is that?
7th.
The 7th is red? I've never seen that one cover before.
Yeah, it's the 7th edition.
Huh. Bet. I want you to get the 4th though. The language changed. Which one is that?
Bouviers.
Ah, that's the one I'm missing. I'm missing that.
Right here. There's so much nuggets in here.
Yeah, that's the one the judges use.
First and second edition.
Sheesh.
They said, you want to hide the truth, put it in a book. Robert going to the law library ever since.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man.
I appreciate you for coming on and sharing those gems, King. I appreciate you very much.
Already.
Cool. All right, I'm going to go one round of questions. And I'm going to introduce my guy, Asset. And then I am going to... Boom, boom, boom. All right. So let me answer this round of question real quick. Is your pinky broken? No, my pinky is not broken. Who caught me slipping? Thank you very much. My pinky is not broken. The vehicles were repossessed and I got it back now. They have indefinite repossession on there. Just delete it from your consumer report. If that's what it's showing up on your consumer report, just delete it. Big up yourself, one love. Shout out to my Jamaican. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Get those off. Boom, boom. All right. So let's get into it now. I see y'all are still posting questions in the chat. I'm telling y'all the chat's moving too fast. I cannot keep up with the chat and 5 screens at the same time. Please put the question in that little thing at the bottom beside the airplane. All right. Asad, I'm gonna ask you just to mute real quick. There's a lot of feedback, and then I'm gonna introduce you in just a second, and I'm gonna get on the introductions, and then we're gonna go. Let me check YouTube one time real quick before so I can get these questions. I have a Discover credit card showing my highest limit, the amount available. Would you recommend I demand them show 5% utilization? Absolutely. If you send letters to validate the debt about your collection, should you remove previous addresses from your consumer report to make sure that they cannot validate the debt? The address doesn't validate the debt. The address does not validate the debt. So what you need to do is you need to send out a 15 USC 1692 GB letter. But before all of that, right, you need to clean your personal information up. And keep in mind, under the new rule, you have to be contacted about a debt or an alleged debt before they can put it on your consumer report. No debt collector, no debt buyer, by law, they cannot put any collections on your consumer reports without contacting the consumer to whom that debt or alleged debt is related to. They cannot do it anymore. If 1st of December 2021 to now, to today, going in the future, if you have any collection that just popped up on your report and a debt collector did not contact you, you need to be in my DMs ASAP. I'm going to say this again. From December 1st to now, if you have any collection that popped up on your consumer report, I have a letter on the website that you need to send out. Let me go find it right now. This is a very important letter. It's called the no parking rule. What's the name? DRINEDLEVNTE. There is a letter that you need to send out right now to these debt collectors. All right, boom. All right, so I'm going to start with the introduction of my moderators, and then now I'm going to go back into questions. All right. Mika, sorry for keep you waiting, Queen. I want you to tell the people who you are, what you do, and how you can be of service. Mr. Precise, I'm going to ask you to just mute real quick. We're going to do some introduction, and then I'm going to get back to you. Your background has a lot of noise.
Okay, yeah, I'm about to turn this background noise off.
All right, bet.
Hey, Brain, thank you for having me. I've been MIA, busy, composing letters and writing new letters and teaching classes. So, apologize for my absence. But I am Mika. I teach people how to compose letters properly to send to the consumer reporting agencies, collection agencies, creditors, etc. If you want more information about the services that I offer, when the next class is coming up, click on my profile and you can go to my link tree, all of the services that I offer there. I do credit repair as well. So, again, Dwayne, thank you for having me. I'm going to land my hot air balloon and I'm going to pass it to a beer, I believe.
Hey. Thank you, Mika, and thank you, Doreen, for doing this every week as well. Teaching people about finances and all that. So I'm learning as well. So this is Abir. I'm the Chief Tech Officer of Consumer Law Secret by Doreen De Levante, and I'm your systems and websites expert. How I can be in service? I can help you build up your system to support you go online and get the money. So I'm your girl, Abir Sharmiti. Tap in Follow me on Instagram. I use Instagram a lot. So yeah, Abir Sharmiti on Instagram. And over to Dave.
Thank you very much, Abir. Abir, can I borrow your Maserati? I love it, man. I love it. Man.
Thank you.
What's up, Dwayne? Thank you for holding this space, sir. Thank you to all the other mods up here. Hello and good evening to everybody here on this stage and who decided to stop by and check out this wonderful information that Dwayne has put together for us. I'm Dave, aka Quiet Storm, aka the Debt Collection Killer. What I basically bring to this space is I help people when they're pretty much stuck with debt collectors bullying them and trying to get sue them. What I do is I turn the tables on them and I put you in a position where we hold them accountable, where we basically look to sue them. If I can't get it removed from your report, we then go into litigation and we get remedies from that. If you need to reach out to me, you can hit my Instagram. That'll give you my contact information, and we can sit down, chat, see what we can do about it. Other than that, I do assist Mika with her helping people write their letters based off the consumer laws, and I'm an assistant to Mika and her class with teaching, with the consumer laws, which I would advise everybody once you buy the Raise package, and if you're still confused about what you should do, reach out and get some help, folks. There's nothing wrong with having a mentor. I always tell people that if I'm in a room and I'm the smartest person, guess what? I'm in the wrong room. And I don't care how much knowledge and information that you feel that you're going to learn in this credit space. It is ever changing. Every day they are changing something. They're adding something to it, taking away something. So it pays to be around like-minded people, because once I get around somebody and they start spitting out and telling me that they know this, they know that, and I don't hear them absorbing anything, that's not the right person for me to be around. So as I land my plane here, I'll let everybody know that I'm a forever student. I learn from everybody. I don't care if you've been in this business of day one or you've been in this business 20-something years. As long as you can tell me something that you have done and you have experience within this credit space, I will always learn from you. And I'll land and pass it.
Thank you very much. My guy, Assets, what's going on, King?
I ain't my name no more, Duran.
Wow, your audio sounds great. There's no background noise. Your audio sounds.
Listen, when I'm on your platform, I'm Mr. Metro 2.
All right, Mr. Metro 2.
Oh, no. Listen, y'all. I'm about Assets, y'all. I'm big off. I'm one of the guys that know all the methods. You know what I'm saying? I got all the methods. So I'm Metro. My biggest method is Metro 2 compliance. I go based off the reporting of the credit report. So it's like factory disputing. So you getting factory disputing, you getting credit laws, you also getting I'm gonna say, you want to say a template, and what else you get on there? All my Metro 2 stuff go out with personal identifiers. They remove the personal information. So that's me. I also help with other things. Very creative with credit. So that's it, y'all.
All right, cool. And my other guy, Mr. Precise, he's also a Metro 2 expert as well. His buddy isn't here. I wish Dion was here. But these guys also are expert at Metro 2.
Yeah, but since my man Astat is on the line, I'm going to play another hat because we are so diverse. So I'm going to be the business funding guy today. So
all right, so he's the funding goat.
So you go see him to fix the credit. Then once you get the credit fit, come see me. I'm going to give you $90K in 90 days. So I'm going to help you make sure that your business is set up properly. And I'm going to make sure that you have the right primary accounts on that business to populate that pay that score, get you to 80 in 45 days. And then we're going to run the play. We're going to get you business funding. So I'm going to be the business funding guy. I'm able to switch my hat. I thought actually we're going to be the MS guy. I thought we were going to be the MS guy.
Oh, Asset is good. He has a lot of tools.
I do the business. All right? So look, we got 65 people in the live, right? I need everybody to go click that top button and follow each and all all of us that's on this live right now, because we all do different things that you can see.
So for
But
people
we
that's
all
on
do the same thing
YouTube,
too.
for people that's on YouTube, how can it? Because YouTube can't see what's going on. So if you're on YouTube, where can they find you?
Oh, you can find me at About Assets on Instagram.
So about assets on Instagram. If you're on YouTube, about assets on Instagram. Mr. Precise, where can they find you?
You can find me at Mr._Precise, but you can also find me on YouTube. Yeah, Mr. Asset, you gotta get on this YouTube play. You can find me on YouTube at Precise Vision Studio. So I'm about to start pushing my YouTube channel also.
All right, and for those of you who don't know what MS is, I ran a play about 3 weeks ago, and I was able to get them Balenciagas. Y'all saw me with that red and black one. It was free. I got a free pair of Balenciagas just for running a play.
I gotta jump for that too, man. I gotta know jump for you to run that sack play too.
So I need that Versace robe next. I need that red Versace robe. So I'm about to run that. I'm about to run that play again.
Yo, I got a play where that same play, but it ain't gonna hurt you.
Which one?
Look, the sax play.
The sax play?
I got, sometimes a lot of people is taking this stuff back, and then they also adding that receipt. On that receipt, they adding a gift card to it, so they wind up just refunding you back like that. But it's a way that you can refund it online and just go to the store with the receipt. And whereas you can't refund a gift card, so when you go into the store now, you're gonna have that refund receipt from you printing it out. Then go in the store with them, scan that, and you get to keep the gift card. Oh, yeah, let me stop. I can't.
See, but when I went there, the guy was talking about they want the gift card back.
Yeah, they want to get it. So a lot of people they want the gift card back, or they don't let the money go in other cards. It's a little trick. I got a trick for them.
I bet.
Definitely know I got a trick.
All right, bet. So.
Hey, D, hold on, D. Let me get Asset his flowers, bro. Cause this is my first time getting on live with him. Hey, Ken, you different, bro. You are different.
I appreciate
you are different. And hey, Durant, he know how to find them players, bro. He know how to find them players. But let me give you your flower, bro. Because the power of proximity, you different, bro. I've been on your live. I've been watching your plays. I'm like, man, dude.
Yeah, we need to get him inside the mentorship. We need to get you in the inner circle, I said. You got that 45K? You got that 45K ready, bro? You have that investment ready? We need to get him in the mentorship because we're going to turn his whole game up. We need to get Asset in the inner circle. We need to get him in the inner circle. I'm telling you, bro. If you think you're turned up now, just wait until you come into the mentorship, bro. The inner circle is different, bro.
You told the one with
Neo. The one with Neo. Yeah.
You gotta drop that 45K.
You gotta drop that 40. It's only 45K, bro. Only 45K. And I'm telling you now, and I don't make promises to people, but within your first 3 months, you'll make that back. Facts.
I can believe.
Because that 45K, I've made it back 5 times already. That mentorship is something different. It's a different type of mentorship, bro. I've never been in one like that before.
They said it should 10x.
Well, I can't throw all my damn numbers out here, bro.
I had a 20K week last week, bro.
Anyway, hold on. This is going over a lot of people's head. Let's take the plane back some more. Let's take it back a little bit. Let's not get too carried away. All right, so now, I see a lot of people crying like, what are we talking about? I heard someone else try to explain how to use a 1099A to purchase. I'm not going to explain the 1099A. I haven't started teaching it yet. So I'm definitely not going to be giving out the 1099A play on YouTube yet. No. The writer rescission play, I'm not giving that out on YouTube either. That's mentorship information. I'm definitely not giving those information out on Clubhouse or on IG. That's mentorship information. The writer rescission, the 1099A play, I haven't started teaching the 1099A play yet. I'm sticking with the writer rescission, and that's not something that I'm going to discuss on any of these platforms. Yeah.
1096A?
No, the 1099A, the acquisition.
I said they ready for a 1090.
Yeah.
1090. What does it say? A 1096 form. They ready for that yet?
The 1096. Run the 1096 by me.
They ready for it? They ready to take their estate back? I mean.
But if they're not getting regular credit now, and that's the other reason why that's why I don't introduce the private to them. It's so much, and if you're having such a hard time grasping basic consumer law, if we talk about going private, taking your estate, like that's too much, because
It's too advanced.
you have to get consumer laws first. Because if you don't get consumer laws first, I'm telling you, it's gonna be very difficult for you to comprehend operating the private negotiable instruments. What does it's a lot. And I'm not saying that y'all can't learn it, but there are stages to everything. Learn consumer law first, build on consumer law, then as you build, you step up the ranks.
Hello. Hello.
So what I'm gonna do now is I know a lot of people have been waiting on it. So there's two letters I'm gonna go over today. Today's not gonna be a very long live. I have training in the morning, but the three letters, I'm gonna go over three letters today. The first one is gonna be the no parking rule, right? The second one is going to be the inquiry / permissible purpose, and then child support. I've been getting hit with so much Durain child support, Durain child support, Durain child support. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over the child support letter. Those are the three letters that I'm going to go over. And what I want y'all to know is this. Every letter that I go over, I sit and I write these letters myself. I've done a lot of lives with y'all where I build these letters on the lives. I've done that many, many times. Ain't nobody in this world can say that Durain don't make his own letters. I build letters on lives. If that's not good enough for y'all, I don't know what the hell to tell y'all. The next thing is no. Let's one thing at a time. So y'all get y'all pens and paper ready. Y'all get y'all drink ready. Y'all get whatever y'all need to get ready. Because I am going to go through this no parking rule right now. And if y'all don't know, now you know that the debt collection rules have changed. The debt collection rules have changed. It is not the same as it was back in November. The rules for debt collection has changed. So,
Hey, Dave,
yo,
you better start.
huh?
You better start.
Yeah.
You better start. All right, 1 second. Before you start, Dave, you got to share this live out to 10 people. Because you about to give some information.
Facts. You know what?
Me, I'm going to jump in. We're talking my shit with you. So they better share. We're going to give them, what time is it?
All right. So I'm gonna give everybody 3 minutes. So YouTube, you need to share this live right now. I'm going over three
My
letters.
thing is information change your conversation, bro.
It does. I'm going over three letters. And YouTube, y'all need to invite anybody you know, 5 people that you know that this information can be of help to. Get them on the live right now. So YouTube, I want y'all to get them on the live right now. So get them on the live, right? We're talking debt collection now. We're talking inquiries, and we're going to be talking about child support, debt collection, inquiries, and we're going to talk about child support. Get the people on right now that you believe this can help. Clubhouse, if you know anyone that this information can help, please ping them into the room. Ping them into the room. Ping them into the room. Instagram, if you know anyone that this information can help, share this live. Share this live with anyone that you believe this information can help. Share it with 5 people.
Please.
Everybody, please share this with 5 people.
Somebody, you know, somebody on child support. You know, somebody got an inquiry problem. And you know what else you doing? Something about debt, right?
Yeah, debt collection. I'm going over the new letter.
You going over? You about to go over all 3. So it's like somebody definitely in debt. To majority of the world in debt. Even the United States is in debt. So you got that. Then somebody probably got one. They got a car. They got 50 inquiries. You might need this. And now we know somebody. You probably taking care of your kids. You probably not taking care of your kids. But we all know if you is or you ain't, these women still take your child support. So
And you know what?
we're gonna teach you how to get out of that.
I'm not advocating that you don't take care of your child. You made them in private. Take care of them in private. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I got that saying from my man on Instagram, IVD Destroyer. His name is 4_Destroyer. This man is a child support beast. Dangerous fella. His name is Amin Osiris. Dangerous guy, bro. That's who I study for child support. He's a dangerous dude. Right? So, okay, I see YouTube responding. I see, wow, Instagram is responding as well. But Clubhouse did not ping anyone into the room. It's all good, though. It is all good, Clubhouse. Huh?
Got 1 minute.
They got 1 minute left? All right, let's see, man. Let's see. But YouTube right now is sending up the numbers. Yep, YouTube is sending up the numbers. Get them likes up. That's too easy. Done. See, YouTube is working. Can you pin his name? What's his name? I got my links pinned. I'm not gonna replace that pin with somebody's name. You're definitely gonna have to catch the live over. Amin Osiris. His name is Amin Osiris. All right, bet. They probably got 30 seconds left, so.
No, hit it. We there.
Oh, we're there now?
6:50.
All right, boom. Instagram responded. Instagram got, I believe they got 15 people. Yeah, I think Instagram got 15 people. YouTube got probably 10. Clubhouse got a few. Right now, IG's winning. I'm gonna just let. I'm gonna let IG know right now. I'm gonna let Clubhouse know that IG's winning right now. YouTube is second. Clubhouse, I don't know, bro. Clubhouse, you've been slacking. I don't know. I don't think Clubhouse wants this information anymore. I think y'all have gotten too used to me giving y'all this information. So now I don't think y'all want it anymore. So I don't know. I'm feeling very, very disappointed. But it's all good. All right. So we're going to get into these now. Please get your pen and paper ready. Please get your pen and paper because I'm going to go ham. And after I finish each letter, I want Mr. Precise and I want About Assets to give their comments on these, as well as Mika, Dave, Kevin's in the house. I want y'all feedback on each letter. So for each letter that I'm going to read, at the end of each letter, I want the feedbacks from the moderators. All right? So I'm going to take my drink, pinky up.
Pinky up. That's my guy.
Time for you to go crazy, bro.
All right, let's get it. All right, please hold all questions. I will not look at any question. If you're going to do a question, please drop it in the box so I can get to it. I will not see the questions. All right, so this letter is titled No Parking Rule, Refusal to Pay, Cease and Desist, right? So that combination is a very powerful combination. And if you want this letter, I'm going to tell you where to find this letter. When you go on my website, therendelevante.com, you go to All Products. And when you go to All Products, you go to Deletion Letters. Once you go to Deletion Letters, you will see a letter that says No Parking Rule, Refusal to Pay, Cease and Desist, right? So let's break this letter down. To whom it may concern. All right. This is a notice. This is a constructive notice. This notice is to inform you that you have unlawfully reported an alleged debt to my consumer report. Under the new rule, Regulation F, which took effect November 30, 2021, you, XYZ Debt Collection, whatever their name is, you have violated the FDCPA 1006.30A and its new rule by parking this alleged debt on my consumer reports. Cease and desist the reporting of this alleged debt immediately, or I will escalate this matter to taking legal action. I have not given you written permission to put anything on my credit profile consumer report. You can interchange the two. 15 USC 1681 B2. You have no permissible purpose by law to contact third parties with my private or personal information. Your offenses amount to aggravated identity theft pursuant to 18 U.S.C. 1028A. You have knowingly transferred, possessed, or used without lawful authority a means of identification of me, which is a felony punishable up to 2 years of imprisonment in addition to civil liability. I am a litigious consumer. I will not hesitate to take legal action against XYZ company, whatever their name is. 15 U.S.C. 1692 CC, ceasing communication. If a consumer notifies a debt collector in writing that the consumer refuses to pay a debt, Mr. Precise, I'm going to ask you to mute real quick. We're getting a lot of feedback. If a
That ain't me, bro.
assets,
That ain't me.
all right, bet.
I ain't even doing it.
All right. If a consumer notifies a debt collector in writing that the consumer refuses to pay a debt, or the consumer wishes the debt collector to cease further communication with the consumer, the debt collector shall not communicate further with the consumer with respect to such debt. I refuse to pay this alleged debt. Cease and desist all collection activities regarding this alleged debt and promptly delete it from all consumer reporting agencies that you have reported this inaccurate, incomplete, erroneous, and misleading information to at once. The reporting of such inaccurate information has caused severe damage to my character, my reputation, my general mode of living, and my ability to obtain credit for personal and household purposes. You and your inaccurate reporting have damaged my livelihood. 15 U.S.C. 1681 S2, responsibilities of furnishers of information to consumer reporting agencies. Duty of furnishers of information to provide accurate information. 1. Prohibition. Reporting information with actual knowledge of errors. A person shall not furnish any information relating to a consumer to any consumer reporting agency if the person knows or has reasonable cause to believe that the information is inaccurate. And then we go into some definitions: duty, accurate, and prohibition. Duty, a moral or legal obligation or responsibility. Accurate, correct in all details, exact. Prohibition, a law or regulation forbidding something. And then 15 U.S.C. 1681 S2 says that you are prohibited to furnish inaccurate information, and that's 15 U.S.C. 1681 S2A1A. And it goes further to say now, furnishing information after confirmed errors. So now what we just did is we gave them the constructive notice where we're letting them know that the information is inaccurate. So now we're going to take it a step further and we're going to say reporting information after notice, right? That's you sending out the first correspondence or this correspondence, certified mail, green return receipt, and you got it notarized. A person shall not furnish information relating to a consumer to any consumer reporting agency if, number one, the person has been notified by the consumer at the address specified by the person for such notices that specific information is inaccurate and the information is in fact inaccurate. In conclusion, I have shown you and you have been put on notice that you are reporting inaccurate information. The information is in fact inaccurate. The continued report of this information is a clear violation of the law, 15 U.S.C. 1681 S2, of your responsibilities as a furnisher of information. You have caused me and my family severe harm due to negligence and inaccurate reporting. This is a final opportunity to cure and delete this erroneous, inaccurate account from my consumer report. You have 10 calendar days to delete this account. ACC.
Who you send that to? You send that to the
That
CRAs?
yeah, no, this goes straight to the debt collector. Whoever
Okay.
furnished that information.
Okay.
Account from my consumer reports, or I will take legal action for consumer law violation under 15 USC 1681N, 15 USC 1681O, and 15 USC 1692K. Delete the following accounts from your records and all consumer reporting agencies. Boom, boom, boom. You just put the account number here. Failure to respond satisfactory with deletion of the above reference account, and send out a free copy of my consumer report. Once you make the changes, I'm coming after you for $1,000 per violation, yada yada yada, and that ties up that part. So that letter is directed to a debt collector. If you have a collection that popped up on your consumer report after November 30th, 2021 to now, if there's a collection that popped up on your reports and you were not notified by the debt collector, this letter is built specifically for the no parking rule. This letter you will need to send out if you want to get that collection deleted. So let me start on Clubhouse, and then I'm going to make my way over to IG. Mika, any feedback on that letter? All right, Mika going once.
What you say, Duran? I'm driving.
Oh, feedback. So the no parking rule letter. Do you have any feedback on that?
I mean, yeah, it sounds good to me because by law, they cannot just park any debt, pretty much, which mainly comes from collection agencies. They can't just park it without contacting you, and it is a violation. And if they don't, if they don't follow the law, which they've actually implemented a little bit more heavier laws, then they will, you can take them to court. I'm actually about to take two collection agencies to court. So, yeah, that they need to follow the law. And if you put them on notice and they don't do what they're supposed to do, which what you just outlined in that letter, put them on notice and let them know their violation, then hey, let's go to court and get that money.
Cool. Jason, as a mentee, how can this letter help you, Jason? Is Jason still with us? Jason going once. Jason going twice. All right, I guess Jason is busy. Dave, are you with us or are you with a client?
No, I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
No, Dave, after learning about the no parking rule, have you used that letter or have you seen any changes with any of your clients with collection companies still putting collection accounts on consumers' reports even though the no parking rule is in effect?
I am currently waiting for some of my clients to come to me because I really want to exercise taking it behind support. So anybody in the audience that want to be, my first I want to say first person, let me try it. Let's go.
Okay, so you haven't received any new clients yet that the collection companies has violated the no parking rule yet?
Not yet.
Okay, cool. Kevin, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the no parking rule, but hearing the no parking rule now, being a member of corporate America, especially being in the banks, banks are notorious for sending accounts to collection. What's your take on this now with the no parking rule that's now in effect?
I think you bring up a very, very interesting point, and I just want the audience to know that my name is Kevin. I'm a former banker, but I did own a credit restoration organization, creditrepairbusiness.net, for years, which I do not do anymore. And I want to encourage the audience, don't try this at home. You need to work real close with the speakers, the people who are in depth working on these types of things. That is an outstanding letter. It's an outstanding letter. Not only do I think it's going to resonate as it relates to the collector, it can resonate with the bureaus as well. With a little more wording, the bureau can remove some information off of their report because of because that letter has been sent to the collector. Here is my little nugget I would like to throw in. I think you got something great here, and I think the audience need to take advantage and use a professional when it comes to these things. You just don't try to do it at home. You just want to know that they know, and it's obvious that he knows. Okay, so just use someone who knows, who is staying up on the laws, who's in front of this game. But here's the little nugget I like to throw in. I'm not sure if I said it before, but if you copy an attorney with that letter, if you CC an attorney at the bottom of that letter becomes 8 times more effective. Just CCing. When they see the CC, it will move to another file of individuals who need to read every line of that letter, okay? Versus identifying it as maybe a routine letter. Also, I would strongly recommend, and this is just coming from a former banker, and I'm going to have to leave because I have a corporate sponsorship room to run here in a few hours.
Yes, sir.
But the other thing is, don't use a copy of the letter. Try to get a fresh, clean copy of it. Many times when we send these letters, they've been photocopied so many times, and I mean, make sure that this particular letter, something that's current and up to date like this, that your ink and your paper that you're using is up to date as well. So don't let it show up in the wrong manner. So that's my advice there. I think you got something great going on. I'm always doubling down on quality content, and I'm in your room because of your quality content.
I appreciate that, King. Kevin, I need to get with you too about a project that's coming up. I definitely want you to speak on. So I'll get with you offline. It's going to be in March, but I'll get with you offline on that. I have your number. All right. So what I'll do now, that suggestion, and this is the second time Kevin's mentioning, I'm going to add it on the letters now. So going forward, I'm going to add that jewel that Kevin just put me on to. This is the second time he said it, and I'm going to start implementing it. And once I do, I want y'all to get all the deletions. So yeah, I got a surprise, guys, but I can't tell y'all yet, because the surprise isn't completed, and I don't want y'all to be hitting me up and I don't have it ready. So just know there's a surprise coming. You'll probably get it next week. Asset, what's your take on the no parking rule?
And that no parking rule, do you got, I think I missed it. Do you got cease and desist in there?
Yeah, it's built in the cease and desist.
All right, that no parking rule. This a debt validation letter?
It's not a debt validation letter. This one is not meant to be a debt validation. So the concept behind this is if they illegally park a debt on the consumer report without following the proper protocols.
I got you.
The debt collection letter, no, that one is a GB letter. I have that one, but I wasn't reading that one tonight.
All right, what I'm gonna do is this. Is what I'm gonna do, Duran. I'm gonna let King talk, right? And I'm gonna pull this up. And I'm only reason why I'm gonna be able to enhance this letter for you is because of this. By me being with a debt collector, I know something that letter is missing, and I'm gonna tell you why. So I'm gonna let him talk, and I'm gonna find it.
Yeah.
So I can give you the word. I want the perfect wording for you.
Let's get it. Let's build it right now. What you got, Mr. Precise?
What's up, family? I think that letter is super fire, man. And all I gotta say is this, man. My people perish for lack of knowledge and information. So by applying this information and by, applying that letter, and your mentee, you ask your mentee, like, how would that help you as a mentee? If I was him, what I would be thinking is this: it helped me because it's so many times that the creditors get down on us. And what I mean by that is they put stuff on our consumer report that does not supposed to even be reportable. And that's what the whole Metro 2 compliance about. And this is how your letter is shaping it up to let the people know that it's not even supposed to be reportable. But if you're not on this live, if you're not in this guy mentorship program, you're not even understanding what these people doing to you. And they breaking the law, they robbing you, they stopping you from leveling up, investing, and getting that bag. I'm gonna say it again. My people perish for lack of knowledge and information. So, like the guy said, that letter is crisp. And then Asset's about to put that extra sauce on top of that letter, and this is gonna be crazy. crazy, bro.
Shout out to my guy Kimo, the inner circle. They're here. Well, some of the inner circle is here. I'm telling you, I said you got to be a part of the inner circle, bro. When you see these red circles, just know that there's powerhouses that's passing through. You never know. Nehemiah can pass through. Ashela can pass through. Dion, David Power Talk. Like, yeah, I'm telling you, it gets turned up when you see a bunch of red circles. Just know that, all right? Raymond, are you with us? Raymond's on stage. Raymond.
You're not Raymond, so I'm almost done.
Raymond going once. Raymond going twice. All right. I don't see Raymond saying anything. All right. Boom. Let me answer some questions while you look for that. When I go to university, am I able to pick and choose the information that best suits my situation? Absolutely. Darnell, absolutely. You're able to pick whatever information is relating to you, because not everything will relate to everybody. And the university is made in such a way that it's tailored in a way where you can start where you want to start. All right, we got one queen coming on right now. So you found it? All right, cool. Let me get this queen real quick. Then YouTube, I'm going to ask y'all some questions. So let me answer some of YouTube questions. Hold on, I think we got the queen on the line.
Queen gotta mute her phone.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of feedback. Yeah, there's a lot of feedback.
Fire.
All right, there's a lot of feedback with the queen. All right, cool. Let me take some questions from YouTube assets, then we're gonna go into it. I know about the USPS rule. It's a different rule. Current, I believe it's to present. Yep. So if you CC a lawyer, would this have to be a lawyer you personally retain? You don't have to have the lawyer and retainer. What you can do is call any consumer law office or a lawyer and let them know that, hey, I'm gonna be sending out some letters, and I hope you don't mind me CCing you on it. If there's a case, we can talk about it. We can work it out. Just communication, communication goes a far way. So be friends. You need to have lawyer friends. It's important that you have lawyer friends. And just ask them, are you okay with me CCing you on a letter? If I get the response, then boom, we can work something out. But I'm telling you, people, do not be cheap on yourself. Stop being cheap on yourself. Go talk to a lawyer. If you have to pay $300 to $500 for a consultation, pay the damn consultation. What does your information mean to you? Pay the consultation. Stop being cheap on yourself. All right, Asset, it seems like you're just laughing over there. So I would go out on a limb to say you found what you're looking for. Nah, let's get it.
Oh, yeah. I'm just going to. Sorry, so let me say this. I got it easy because I'm around a debt collector that collected debt for 11 years. He had 4 debt collection companies. So debt collection companies get fined $100K if they do not do the proper things to report it to the credit reporter. So the question is, do they do their due diligence in the rights to collect? So what I mean, add something to that letter, like, okay, if you fail to provide any of the information and documents I asked for, please say why. So we asking them, I think what you're saying to them, did they come to you rightfully and ask you, okay, furnish this on my credit report? They just all they going off is hearsay, right or wrong. They doing deals behind your back that you're not there at the table to sign off on, right? So here go a regulation that they have to comply by. This is when it comes to debt collector are not allowed. It's easy for them to collect it than to report it because of these reasons, right? Is your firm aware of complying with a credit bureau settlement agreement? So, and let's go there. You put it on my report. Now,
hold on, Asset. Hold on. Am I gonna get this script later? Don't play with me, Asset. I'll run a Birdman on you real quick. I'll pull up. Don't play with me, bro. I'll pull up and put some respect on my name.
I mean, I got a section say due diligence of rights to collect.
All right, so let's get into it, and I'm gonna want to see a copy of this in my emails. Let's get it so the people can get it. I won't interrupt.
rights of it to collect, right? If you are contacting me from a place outside of my state, does your firm have the debt collection license from that place? So if so, provide me the date and license name, license number, and the same address, telephone number of the state agency you issued your license from. So you tell me this now. You're trying to collect stuff. Now, do you even have a business where though you can even do business in my state to even collect any money? Some of these banks, if people don't know, some of these banks are not even allowed to collect money in our states to do business here. You got them. You can do stuff online and go to fill out a bank. PenFed is nowhere to be found. You got to go online. Somebody steal your money, you can't even walk into a branch. Right or wrong.
Very true.
So are you even able to do business in this state? A lot of these companies is just doing what they want to do, and they're not being called out on it. This is why I'm going to say again, it's easy to call your phone and collect the debt, then they report it because they have to follow these guidelines. It's another one they got to follow. Does your firm participate or utilize any type of AUDV, which stands for Automatic Credit Dispute Verification Software or System? I'm asking them that, right? Because now, if you're doing an AUD, you didn't do a proper investigation that I owe this debt. Or you doing it, sending it through a computer screen. So now we're going to call them out on that, right? So now when you start, and I'm going to tell you, I used this before, and you know what happened? It removed off the credit, it deleted off the credit report. The people called the girl and said, she owed it $900 on the debt. They called and said, can we settle for $100? Because they can't provide this information. I'm calling them out. You get what I'm saying? This basically is calling them out. So now, does your firm outsource data entry for your collection process? If so, please provide me legal name and address of the data entry of the firm. Is your firm currently Metro 2 compliant in its credit bureau's reporting procedures? If not, please provide me signature declaration waiver you filed to the credit bureau. So I want to see everything that you're saying. You said all this stuff and all that. The credit bureau, you ain't even sending the right documentation, even furnished on the credit report. And you ain't even asked me, can you do it? So you just breaking all the laws, right? As a required of a credit bureau, the CFPB debt validation requirement. Please detail your firm process of verification, validation for each dispute credit item. Also include a name, title, license number for the review of an officer. And we ain't got to say too much up to him, do we?
I'm building a whole new letter right now. So this is how my mind works. I just built a whole letter. I literally just built a whole letter.
Bro, that's crazy.
Okay.
All right. So
because you know we start talking that Metro 2.
It's a different story. So
reportable.
all right, I'm gonna prove right now.
Hey, Durant, listen, that's the thing. Now, when he say, do you know I beat his brain down? So when he say to me that certain things like this validating or verifying the debt, this is how easy they can do it so you can understand.
Okay.
You send a letter. The letter go from the credit bureaus to the CRAs.
You know we don't. Goddamn asset. There is no credit bureau.
No, it slipped out.
Ugh.
CRAs, right? It gets sent from the CRAs to the debt collector. Now he's the debt collector. You know how this easy verification. I got some paperwork from the debt, from me buying the debt. Name, address, last 4 digits of social. It's her.
Wow.
Send it back. Verified.
Hey, you know that's the number one question our clients always ask. Like, what's next? Like, I received a letter saying it's verified, and I let them know.
So
like,
listen though.
You can't
so
verify.
everybody understand the stall tactic. It's called. I call that the stall tactic.
It is.
So when they stall you, once they stall you, is what is the? Let's go by effective and efficiency. More effective is if I send this back to you, verified. You're going to do what? Average person.
They're not gonna know what to do, and they're gonna give up.
You're going to give up.
I'm caught.
Absolutely.
Bro, I tell my clients the only person that can verify you is you. You're the only one that can verify it. So you can't tell me I did it.
All right, let me do a method of verification. They don't have to provide you with a method of verification. This is what they not understand. Nobody's not understanding. They don't have to provide that because they send it from one computer to another computer. Once my debt collector hit the button, it gets sent back. That's it.
But
now,
see, hold on real quick now, right there. I've read the FCRA many times, and nothing in the FCRA says method of verification. it says a certification of who certified the information. But I've never read it. I've never read anything that said a method of verification.
That's crazy.
Durant, you ready for the over the top?
Let's go.
You said certification, right?
A certification.
So guess what word I use for 'em?
Talk to me.
Certifiability.
But it's the same thing. Who certified the information? That's what the FCRA speaks about.
But you're using the words against them now. Because before they put anything in your credit report, are you sending me certified mail? Debt collectors just send you regular mail. But guess what? When you want something off your credit report, you send them a certified mail.
Mm-hmm.
Right or wrong, right?
That is correct.
They sent it to me. How did you know I received it? When that bill comes, how did you know I received it? Nobody's sending nothing certified.
Wow, they ain't tracking nothing.
They're not. And it's guilty upon proof of claim. So now, if you're alleging that I got it, but this is the other part now, Asset. You have to take into consideration. The law does say if 30 days pass, you see the 30-day rule comes in effect, and they're able to use this as default. So if they allegedly send a correspondence and the consumer does not respond in 30 days, they can assume the debt to be valid. Wow. An assumption of validation does not construe that it's validated, but because the consumers don't open the mail, they throw it away, they don't know what is there. So if they don't know what is there and they use the assumption rule,
let's go, Durant. So
that's why you gotta. That's why you have to dispute it.
Let's get to the nitty-gritty.
Bro, let's go, bro. I was born for this. Let's get it.
So if that's the case, then right? You never sent me valid. You sent me something. What if I move from the address? Y'all get a deal behind my back.
Yes. And it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. So if the debt collection, hold on now. So if the debt collector is saying that they sent this and the consumer is like, oh my God, I've never gotten it. But guess what the consumer is not asking? Prove that you sent it. They're not asking them to prove that they sent what they sent. They're just saying, oh my God, I don't know what to do. If you said you sent me $1,000 and I said I never received it, what would be your next train of thought? Prove that you sent it to me. But they're not asking them to prove that they in fact sent anything out because they cannot send it certified mail, because now we're talking about mail fraud.
Oh, it's already mail fraud because y'all did a deal behind my back. So you wrote it off on taxes. Right? You collected some money on it.
The insurance money. Don't forget that.
You just sold who I was to a third party, which is illegal.
Don't forget that they collected on the insurance money that's built into the finance charge.
Right. So they schemed all the way around the board, right? So now you sold my information. So I'm not at the table. That's like you selling my house and I ain't signed a deed.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all arguing back and forth about the whole deal, going back and forth. And then you say, all right, y'all come up with a deal, negotiable, say, all right, I'm gonna buy the debt for you for this. Then you might got a deal going and say, if you collect the $4,000, we're gonna do a 70-30 split. So I'm gonna give it to you for $1,000, but if you do collect it, we're gonna do a 70-30 split when you do collect it.
Mm-hmm.
But this deal is going on behind my back.
So, unrich adjustment. Unrich adjustment.
Here you go, it's gonna blow your mind. So now y'all did the deal. All right, here goes this information. Now you taking the information, going to the post office, dropping it in the box, they sending it to me. Guess who's getting in trouble now, Durant? The post office getting in trouble for mail fraud, right? Because you ain't sending me illegal documents at this rate.
Right.
Right? You sending me illegal documents. You really think about it. Because y'all just did a deal behind my back and I didn't know about it. So you gave my address up, I aggravate. So let's get into aggravate identity.
But before we even touch here, let's go to 15 USC. Before we even get there, let's go to 15 USC 1681A4 and 15 USC 1692A, where it speaks about a consumer's right to privacy and a consumer's right to individual privacy. Let's talk about that being violated, with you sharing and swapping my information, my private information, without my knowledge. So now, because you did that, it brings us now to 15 USC 1681Q, and it speaks about using a consumer's information without their without proof. Not proof. Y'all got me fucked up. Without using my, let me pull it up because y'all got my brain fucked up right now. 15 USC 1681Q, right? And what 1681Q is talking about is obtaining information under false pretenses, right? So now Q now leads into 18 USC 1028A, where we talk about now aggravated identity theft. So if y'all see how the law works, it's one step on the other. But people think that they are not, beloved. I promise you, all the laws work together. If you don't know how they work, you will be confused. And it's the reason why I formed the Consumer Law Secrets University. So we can have this type of conversation. So you can comprehend the real truth about credit.
So here you go. Duran. To add to that letter, I will add this right here. 15 U.S. 1611. Civil liability for willful and
non-compliance. The $5,000.
Somebody gonna say this is because let's give it. The first one said given false, so they already given false information because they never properly did the due diligence. Like what I read you, they never properly did the right paperwork. So meaning they didn't even do the paperwork to even send it to the credit bureau.
But 1611, you are automatically owed $5,000 for that violation anyway. It's an automatic $5,000.
And a year or both. You might get a year and $5,000.
Bingo.
You see what I'm saying? Because now you willful in knowing the violation. So you know you didn't properly get in touch with this consumer and say, do you owe this debt? You didn't properly get in touch with them because all you did was send a letter out. So how did I know the mailman sent me the letter?
So now they need to prove.
Oh, listen though, because this is going to blow your mind. So everybody can understand it. When you send a letter off to the credit bureaus, do that really mean that then you say like, damn, I sent the letter off and they ain't even respond back yet?
Right.
So how do you know they got it?
True.
So they can say, well, how do you know I got it?
That's why we prove, and that's why we send all correspondence certified mail, green return receipt, because you can track where that letter was delivered to. And the green receipt shows who collected it. And I keep telling people, stop being cheap. Oh, it's $7 to send a certified mail. Send the damn thing. I swear, stop people. Hold on. Let me calm down because I don't want anyone to think I'm talking at them. Beloved, stop being cheap on yourself. Stop it.
Hey, D.
Add that to the letter, man.
So look.
Add that to the letter, D.
Oh, yeah. Can you email that? 1 second, Mr. Precise. Can you email that to me? I said, don't be playing, bro. Don't tell me you're going to do it. No, I got to pull up on you. And then I'm going to be like, all right, I'm going to pull up the TransUnion.
To that letter that'll hurt them bad. Like, this, all of it, you believe it's all of it's mail for it. No matter how you put it's mail for it.
All right, email that to me because I just built a whole letter inside of my head.
All right, I got you back.
Yeah, y'all want to hear the letter that I just built? I'm gonna show y'all that I really build this shit on the spot. Like literally, I have a letter in here right now. Hearing you talk, I literally just constructed a whole letter. But they don't believe that Dorian builds letters on the spot, so I'm not even gonna do it.
I got something.
Yeah, 18.
Hold on. It sounds like Kevin got some stuff. Hold on, Asset.
You got 18 USC 1341 frauds and swindling laws. It's so much.
Asset, can you hear me?
Like, oh my God, man.
Can you even hear me? Asset, drop some fire in the chat if you can hear me. I bet. I got Kevin, one of my bankers over here. He's going to drop some gems. I think he's going to build off of what you just said. So let's hear what Kevin got. Kevin, talk to me.
Okay.
I'm going to say this and then go. I have so much knowledge on this subject matter. It's crazy, but I do not discuss this subject matter in Clubhouse. So I'm going to give you a gem right now, okay? I want the audience to hear this. And I'm listening to you guys, and I'm smiling because there was a time where y'all were my competition. And I'm listening going, oh, I see what they were thinking. You know, this was well before Clubhouse, years ago. But check this out. Privacy Act law, okay? Privacy Act law. When you gave my name, address, phone number, and address to a third party without written consent, you broke the law. Period.
Facts.
Period. When you gave, let's not even talk about the debt. Let's not talk about what's on it. Let's not talk about the value. Let's not talk about the $5,000. Let's not talk about anything. Let's just talk about what you did. You sold my name, address, phone number place of employment to a third party without my written consent. Therefore, you are in violation of a Privacy Act law. And instead of addressing that issue, when you start talking about money, I am willing to settle with you. Just remove it.
Yeah, Kevin, we're gonna need to
Let me
talk.
think of it. Now that came from 6 stories of multi-million-dollar attorneys. Okay, who did, and the angle, and it must be certified. Let me just get into, you talk about certified, not certified email debt. No, it must be certified. In my opinion, nothing is read that's not certified. They already assumed they didn't receive it when it wasn't certified. So if we want to talk about effectiveness, and that's why credit restoration, for those of you in the audience, that's why the cost of credit restoration varies so much. If someone says they're going to fix your credit for $300 and they're going to spend a year working on your credit, you are throwing away $300. I have spent over $800 on one client just in certified letters alone. Okay? And so my point is, if there's no way you can do it right, you see what I mean? Because you can't even buy the parts for that car. You see what I mean? So my point is, sometimes you have to get with the professionals. I would love to be a part of just the knowledge that goes with, I know this subject. I done sent 6 kids to college on this subject. My point is, Privacy Act says you have no right to the information because I didn't give you written consent to have it, period. Get rid of it. That's my settlement. And last but not least, and I'm gonna go, guys. I gotta.
No problem, brother, man. No problem.
Start here. So, ask a question that they must respond to in the certified letter. I'm not making a statement to you in a certified letter. I'm making a request from you in a certified letter. Your failure to respond, you must remove. We set the ticker. I sent the certified letter. It made a request for something. Okay? Whatever the request is, it don't matter because they're not going to respond. And when they don't respond and that light goes off, hey, you failed to respond to a letter I sent. We don't even have to talk about what it said. I'm going to tell you what to do now. Let's get it off, and we're going to call it even. And let me share this with you guys, those of you in the audience. They have an incentive to, I know you don't like to hear credit bureau agencies, but
it's all good. It's all good. I've learned.
They have an incentive. They have an incentive to remove the information from your credit. They want to. I want you to understand this one fact. I want you to share it with your audience when you talk to them, and that is, when a credit bureau agency, and I know you don't like the term, but I got to use what I know.
Got you, brother.
A credit bureau agency generates their income. How? How do they generate their income? They generate their income by sharing their database with the organizations. So when the car dealership, and I own 5 of them, when the car dealership makes a request for your credit, they also made a purchase of your credit. Okay? So if that's happening 1 million times a day, right? Then the credit bureau agency is selling your information for $1, for argument's sake, okay? So that's $1 million in a day. When your credit goes bad, you don't apply anymore. When you stop applying, they stop getting requests on your behalf, on your social. Once you get good credit, once your credit is better, guess what you do? You go apply, which means you become an income source for the organization. Now you say, well, why don't they just take everybody with bad credit and give them good credit? If they did, there would be multi-billionaires in the morning. Because all of those people would go apply tomorrow. They haven't applied in 10 years. They've had bad credit. But they will apply tomorrow. Now, why? So all you have to do legally is put them in a legal position to justify why they fixed your credit. You don't have to fight them to fix the credit. You just have to put them in a legal position to go, why did you remove what we thought? And you have to remember, they have a relationship with the car dealership. I like to use car dealerships because we can relate to it. If you had a car repossessed at Cadillac, and then it was on the report, repossession, period, boom. reported by Cadillac, Cadillac paid to put that on the report. They paid a fee to put that on the report. Okay. Now that general manager now works for Ford. That general manager is working for Ford. That same customer comes in and he goes, "There's no way we're going to be able to get him done. I know him from the Cadillac dealership. We repoed his car. He comes in 700 strong. 700 strong. He can have anything from that Ford dealership. But now the GM is going, wait, hold on. I reported that. I personally reported that from the Cadillac dealership. All the Bureau needs to do is be able to explain why it's no longer on the report. We were legally obligated to remove it due to a legal issue. You just have to create the legal issue. They're okay with it. They just need to be able to justify why it was removed. I'm telling you, that the angle that we took, I don't know what you guys charge, but I used to charge a monthly fee, and it was a lot, and it went until I finished. And it went for a year and a half, 2 years. It didn't matter. I was old school. I was in front of the game 20 years ago. After 9/11, this was 2001. We did $3.8 million take home. Right after 9/11, okay? And right after this pandemic, you could do it again. But the angle that you take is, in my opinion, is Privacy Act. You have no business with the information legally. You got my name and address. Someone mentioned identity theft. Those things are on the plate. That's what my issue is. My issue is not whether or not it belongs to me. I used to tell people in my radio show, I used to say, the bureaus, everything on the bureau must belong to you, but everything that belongs to you don't have to be on the bureau. And I used to use my desk as an example. Everything on this desk must belong to me, but everything that belongs to me don't have to be on the desk. So removing something is not illegal. It could have not been reported. You owe your mama $20. It's not on your report, And so there's no law that says it has to be there. The law says that the information there must be accurate, okay? And that one thing that there can be accurate. Anyway, I don't want to stay on that. This is a subject. I go into these rooms because I can understand authenticity. I understand the road. My subject matter for the audience: corporate sponsorship. How to get a lump sum of money at one time from some grandchildren of a father that didn't want to give it to me. Okay, but those grandchildren who now running these corporations are giving money mainly to African American women. Okay, to grow their businesses. I don't know what their ulterior motive is, but they're throwing that money towards them pretty easily for some reason or another. And I want to help them and anybody obtain those dollars because they just throwing it out there and you don't have to pay it back and it's not credit based. And so I talk about that every night at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time.
What's the name of your room, Kevin? What's the name of your room? So if people want to tap into you.
Corporate sponsorship acquisition. And the truth is, I wasn't supposed to start until next quarter, but I'm getting so much traction that people want to know more about it. But I'm not selling anything, though. Here's the thing. I'm not selling anything. I'm retired. My son runs the business, and he's doing fine. He just don't want to discuss credit. He don't want credit to be a part of the organization, PIC Association. He watched me go down that road, but it was a cash cow. I had to go down that road. It was a cash cow. Even though I was a small business consultant helping with business plans and grant proposals, if I knew you was going to be denied, it didn't make sense for me to put together the package. It just didn't make sense. And so I had to fix the credit so that you can get the loan from the senior vice presidents who are friends of mine. You see what I mean? But that was all credit based. Now I talk corporate sponsorship that's not credit based because that's new. That wasn't available back then. The rules changed. Donald Trump changed some rules and made those corporations give some money away to keep from giving it to the government to fund grants. We talk about that mainly on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but I want you to, but it starts with your credit because now it's about credit worthiness. Because if your credit is bad and you still have a relationship with a corporation, they will pull your credit to see if you have the character to do business with. It has nothing to do with whether that score is good enough. It's just I don't want to deal with somebody who don't pay their debts. You see what I mean? And so everybody in the audience, fix your credit, get it right. And remember, you can take one lump sum, but get with a professional, someone like these guys who are listening to this information, and they're going to go back and research it. And I would love to stay connected so that we can talk about angles and ways to better serve the community.
100%.
Better serve it. And I don't think nobody should do it by themselves. I think they should find a professional, and that professional needs to continue to be in situations just like this, where you're getting quality information, and we're going to use it, sit down and figure it out, and then we got to charge the right fee for it. I don't. This should not be given away. Cheap is not good. I strongly recommend a nice lump sum.
The best.
You know, and I can tell you exactly how to do it. I got a finance license. I tell you, I'm a banker, so I know exactly how to do it. You do it the same way they got in the day. You finance it.
The best is not the cheapest, and the cheapest is not the best.
No, the cheapest is always the worst.
So,
period. I mean,
for us, it's not a race.
Other than awesome at the Dollar General.
It's not a race to the bottom. And
I know that's cheap. That's really, really good.
Yeah, and that's what I want people to know. It's not a race to the bottom. It's not. And none of us lowering our prices to say, oh my God, I want everybody to come to our business. It's not. This premium information comes with a premium price. Last night, I was up until 2 in the morning. I was studying mortgage fraud and foreclosures last night. So people be think we're in these streets capping. What you said, Asad?
I said you should have called me. You know, I know all about that.
So people, what I'm getting at is you need to invest in yourself. And I cannot say this enough. The greatest investment you will ever make is an investment in yourself. You have to invest in yourself. Because if you don't believe in your own product, do you really think somebody else is going to believe in your product? It's important that we are products of the things we want to be. You have to believe that it is possible for you. You have to. Because when you don't...
I'm going to stop. I want to jump in there for a second. You know what? We're probably only talking to 4 people, okay? Because most people don't take action. It's already possible. If you don't believe it, that's just you. But you probably don't believe a whole bunch of other stuff too. So that's okay. I've always wanted to just show it then. Help somebody. Change somebody's life. Watch them grow. And use them as an example. Even in, just, it's okay. It's okay not to know. It's okay to try to gather information. It's okay for it to get jarbled. If you read the Bible, you'll be confused by the time you get to Revelations, okay? But my point is, it's okay to be confused. What you do is you find a couple of individuals who take pride in that subject matter. See, you take pride in this subject matter. You're talking about laws and things that just came onto the board. You're sharing with them new updates. You know, this is not just an old letter that you've been using for years. I think most of the credit restoration companies use the same letter for so long. And like I said, photocopied it so many times and sent it with regular mail with a linked stamp, you know, that it had no traction anymore. But just this type of room where you're talking about keep it fresh, keep it new, what you're going to have is the results. What we need is just a couple of more testimonies, people who've been through it, so people can say, hey, that person looks like me. And I've been through this before. I've gone through that before. People really resonate with that. But for those that are listening, keep watching. Just keep watching. Just keep watching. I'll show you. You know, that was my theory when I was younger. I'm retired now,
bro,
and I'm happily retired. But keep watching. I was like, well, let me show you. You know what I'm saying? You'll see it in the car I drive. You'll see it in the house I live in. You'll see it with 6 kids went through college with no loans. You know, that's my claim to fame right there. 6 kids, no loans, all through college. But it was done because I made a decision to act on something that I didn't have to feel good about. I just had to believe in. And today it's a little bit different. I'm a little bit older than most of you guys. So back when I came up, an idea was a good thing. It was a good thing. If you had an idea, you can get rich with an idea. Today, implementation of an idea is a good thing. The idea means nothing, okay? It's about implementing. Back in my time, you could sing at the church, somebody will discover you, and then they will make you a star. Today, you must already win American Idol. You must have an audience on YouTube. You had to already implement your skill set in order for it to be attractive. We used to take our ideas to a private investor and say, here's a good idea. And he thought about it and then decided whether or not he was going to get involved. Now Shark Tank want to know how much money did you make over the last 5 years with that idea? How many customers do you already have? So today's situation is different. It's about implementation. So anybody who do not implement what they're thinking, they're not going to get there at all. They're just going to listen and watch. And what they will see is everyone who implements will make traction. I made so much money in the first 18 months when I left the bank. I was shocked, and I was making $86,000 when I was at the bank. When I left the bank, I did more than that with a barbershop and a beauty salon, and I didn't even realize how much I can do. And it wasn't about the money; it was about the freedom. But I was shocked at how much I can do just being away. And this is a banker. I mean, somebody who came from banking and went to SMU and had a master's degree, quit my job with 3 kids in daycare. You know, and immediately it resonated. Immediately, I was scared. I was afraid. I didn't have a lot of mentors at the time, but now I am the mentor to many. And the main thing is take action. Just go do it and stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Stop doing everything. Stop being jack of all trades, master of none. Do something and do it well. Even in my car dealerships, I got 5 because each one of them have their own uniqueness. If you're going to sell Hondas, just sell Hondas. You see what I mean? Don't be, you just got to have another one to sell trucks. Something else that does something else. I mean, my point is find you a lane, stay in it, master it. And you guys are doing it, man. I'm proud of you guys. I'm going to have to yield the mic because I done got on that little stage.
It's all good, King. I appreciate it. And dude, if y'all see me right now, I'm eating. I had a 3-hour drive upstate. And as soon as I got here, I got food and I started to laugh. And I've been here. I haven't ate since 9 o'clock this morning. And I'm still here with y'all. I'm not telling y'all this like I do this. We do this.
Yeah, I do this too.
I read laws every single day. There is no day that passes where I'm not studying the laws. None. Like, I've been starving all day, bro.
Because that passion alone is not an investment in you, it's an investment in themselves, okay? Because by letting someone who knows the law, let grandma cook, not your daughter. There's a reason why, Let her cook. Let her cook. Why are you letting your daughter cook? I know she want to, but she got knowledge. She been around the block a little bit. She's cleaning up while she cook. I mean, there's things that she's going to do. Just put your daughter in her presence. But don't try to make your daughter's meal come out like grandma's. Introduce your daughter to grandma. And that's the way knowledge goes. You have a passion for this, and that's why I love coming in your room, because you have a passion for what you're doing. The information you're giving today, I used to charge $168 an hour just to even discuss it. And that was secret information. I never talked about what was going on behind the scenes. I'm just explaining to you why it needs to be done. I never explained the details of the letter, what letter being sent, and we had 6 stories of attorneys. They'll come over and sign it for signatures and attach a business card to something and say, send that. I bet you they respond now. And I'm like, oh, thank you. And it was just done. And they did it. We was on percentage base. But my point is, the people in the audience, you don't have to figure it out and take a whole bunch of notes. Trust somebody. You see what I mean? Trust somebody. Embrace them, learn what you can, and then you go work on your craft, whatever you do well, whatever allowed you to raise the money to pay them, go do that better. I used to tell my son, you make your dot bigger. In the World Wide Web, you're a dot, and people are connected to you. But if your dot is so small, people don't connect to you. And when you keep getting in different businesses, you're creating different dots, and they're all small. Make your dot bigger, so that we can see you on that World Wide Web. Hey, I gotta get going. I'm gonna yield the mic and get out of here because I done got on that space that I used to be in.
Yes, sir. Handle your business. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for allowing me on the stage.
All right. I think we got a queen coming on. Queen, are you on?
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not mean to come on.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to watch. I'm sorry about
All right. No problem. No problem.
Hey, Duran, that's my sister, bro.
Huh?
That's my sister. I'm like, what you doing?
All right, cool. Who was that? Dave, was that you?
Yeah, man. I just wanted to, when you're building that letter in your head, man, I want you to just, and I'm sure you know this, throw in 15 USC 6802 A and C as well.
Yeah, for 6802, this one wouldn't require it for the simple fact that this one is based on known parking. So for validation 2 or validation 1, 6802 can definitely be used with the GB. But for this one, it's aiming and directed strictly towards the known parking. The part that assets added on, that I'm going to put inside the GB letter. This one is directed, like I said, strictly towards the known parking. So that's the angle we're going for with the known parking. What would fit this one now, and I'm going to enhance it, is the right to privacy and the Privacy Act. That complements the known parking rule. So I'll be adding that to this letter. But what asset is talking about and the 6802 A and B, I'm going to add that to the validation letter. I think YouTube got a lot of questions. Damn, YouTube, I did not forget about y'all, but we get turned up like this. And I'm hungry, y'all. Don't judge me. I've been on the road all day. And it's either I cut the live short and go eat, or I eat on the live and y'all will not judge me. So y'all need to pick your poison. Do I continue eating and we chop this good information up, or do I go eat something before I have to go to sleep? Oh yeah, that's the first letter, right? we still got two. We still got 2 more letters to go. All right. All right, cool. So now we're going to get into the second letter. Let me just find my napkins real quick. Man, I'm hungry. Y'all don't even know. But I want y'all to get the comprehension of the known parking rule. It's very important. And it's extremely important that y'all know what y'all are saying. So the known parking rule letter is on the website. Y'all can get it and y'all need to send it out. Next, now we're going to go into the second letter. The second letter now was a permissible purpose letter. All right, so let me find the permissible purpose letter. All right, boom, found it. Oh, I got some questions. Hold on. Let me answer these questions before we go. We understand, trust me, I've been in the office all day. Clients go and watch me eat. I'm telling you, it be like that sometimes. And people who don't know this, like, you spend so much time giving this information. And it's like sometimes you feel like, do they really appreciate like the amount of time, dedication, and research that I'm putting into making this stuff? Could you use that letter for bankruptcy if less necessary is reported? I have a letter for bankruptcy already. You won't even need that letter. So if you get the bankruptcy deletion guide on my website, it has the webinar and the ebook and the letters already built out. You won't need that letter for bankruptcy. That's not a bankruptcy letter. You want to definitely get the bankruptcy deletion guide, or when you come into the university, once you come into the university, you'll have access to all that products. All right. How do I deal with Kia Motor Finance? I was involved in a no-fault accident which caused my car to be totaled. I purchased Gap on my contract, and I told the lady they're going to make the payment. So if you have the contract and it shows Gap insurance on there, all you got to do is hold them accountable. That's really it. It's accountability now. And if they don't, you have grounds now for a suit. So if they said that you had gap insurance and you were under the impression that you did and they did not give you gap insurance, no, that's a whole different situation. So just hold them accountable. If the courts don't report to the credit bureau, then who is responsible for reporting bankruptcies to the major credit bureaus? All right, that's a great question. Courts don't report your information. There's secondary consumer reporting agencies. One very famous one is called LexisNexis. The other one is called Sage Stream. And what they do, they make it their job to go find this information, and they charge the big three, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. They charge them to provide this information. So what you need to do is you need to get the bankruptcy deletion guide from my website, which is going to explain to you and teach you the whole bankruptcy process and how to get the items deleted. And you need to follow that step for step. Do not deviate from the steps. The steps are important if you want to get the bankruptcy deleted. So on my website, DoreenDelavante.com, you're able to use that information to delete any bankruptcy. What do the new laws change for the FDCPA? I just went over that in the letter. It's a lot of changes. It's not just one change. The no parking rule is one piece of it. I did a whole 4-hour webinar on the new laws. So if you look inside the link in my bio, you will see it says new debt collection rules webinar. Once you find it, get the Zoom, and I'm telling you, it's going to give you an overview of all the changes that was made in the new law. In the university now, you are able to pick and choose whatever so the university is set up in modules. You don't have to go through all the modules. You can go through whatever fits your situation. So if something doesn't apply to you and you don't feel like you want to learn it, then don't. Use what is relevant to your situation. All right, I got some questions here on Clubhouse. Let me get these. When you go to the university, boom, 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 quality information. Who is speaking right now? That David. Kevin is speaking. All right, boom. I think y'all got that answered. It's a lot. All right, YouTube now. Let me check in with y'all. You was messing that food up, LOL, but we appreciate you. I'm hungry. Y'all don't even know. They don't know, understand all how much studying it is. It's just a lot of studying. Innovis, yep. Core Logic, yep. So if Biden is getting rid of the... So that's probably not going to happen, but we'll cross that bridge when it gets there. Like, I don't think y'all need to worry about Biden trying to get rid of stuff, and it's not here yet. For right now, this is what we got. So I'm not worried about that. When that part comes, we'll deal with it. But I'm not going to be worried about coulda, woulda, shoulda, and then it doesn't happen, and then we've wasted so many times with the what ifs. I really don't have that type of time or patience. When you sign a document online, is that the original contract? Can that be used for verification? They can try to use it, but the biggest thing is, how can you prove that it's me behind that computer? Like, without my cameras being on right now, and well, y'all know my voice now, but if I'm sending something out and I wrote something down, how can y'all prove that it's me? That's important. How can y'all prove that it's me? So once we get into the habit of identifying these things, rebuttals. When you send a correspondence, when you send any correspondence and they respond, and they will give you stall tactics, they will give you, what's the word I'm looking for? They're going to stall you. They're going to test you. And when you don't respond to their stall tactics, like for instance, Asset sends out a debt validation letter and it comes back validated or verified. And then you're like, oh my God, what do I do next? That's the whole point why they do the star letters. To weed out those that are fly by nights who don't know what they're talking about, who heard something somewhere and don't know what to do next. And they've been extremely successful at doing it. I had their coverage paid for over 3 years. Bills was on auto pay. I switched to Allstate and then they didn't take their last payment. Sent it to collection. Collections is easy. Like y'all don't even know. Collections is so easy to get deleted. All you need is the right information. Collection is so easy to delete. It's like butter. Like collection is really like butter. It is so easy to delete. The letters are on the website. Go on the website, DoreenDelevante.com. Go on the website, and I'm telling y'all, go look for the products you want. If you want to really learn this stuff, y'all need to be in the university. The university is where you're going to gain the information you need to take your power back. And it's important that you take your power back. All right, so now we're going to get into the second letter, all right? Make sure that y'all are ready for this. Notice to agent is notice to principal. Notice to principal is notice to agent. Everybody is put on notice. Regarding unauthorized inquiry to my consumer report, demand for deletion and $1,000 settlement. To whom it may concern. You are in violation of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, 15 U.S.C. 1681B, A3F1, for unlawfully obtaining my TransUnion, Equifax, whatever report it is. Anyone, just put it there. Consumer report on whatever date, without my authorization or a permissible purpose. Under 15 U.S.C. 1681, Fair Credit Reporting Act, and its guidelines for permissible purpose, a person shall not use or obtain consumer report for any purpose unless, number one, the consumer report is obtained for a purpose for which the consumer report is authorized to be furnished under this section. That's one. And number two, the purpose is what? Certified in accordance with 1681BF. And there's a case law to match it, Chester versus Pugh, and you go from there. Now, 15 U.S.C. 1681BC, furnishing reports in connection with credit or insurance transactions that are not initiated by the consumer. 3, information regarding inquiries. So this is where now you would have sent out the identity theft letter in the beginning to identify these accounts, and you can do a follow-up now with this to the consumer reporting agencies. Except as provided in section 1681GA5 of this title, a consumer reporting agency shall not furnish to any person a record of inquiries in connection with a credit or insurance transaction that is not initiated by the consumer. That is law. If identity theft is involved, they cannot furnish this, but you need to be able to identify these accounts or these inquiries that came as a result of identity theft, and you need to meet the requirements and send those in to get this information blocked. I have not initiated any transaction with whatever credit it is, if it's Credit Plus, Bank of America, XYZ Auto, whatever it is, put it in there. I do not have an account as defined under 15 U.S.C. 1693A2 with creditor for review or collection, right? So now we're letting them know that furthermore, under the FCRA, any person who knowingly and willfully obtains information on a consumer from a consumer reporting agency under false pretenses shall be fined under Title 18. We just spoke about Title 18, 1028A, and we just spoke about 15 U.S.C. 1681Q. And imprisoned for not more than 2 years are both 15 U.S.C. 1681 NA. Now, when we go to 15 USC 1681Q, obtaining information under false pretenses, it says any person who knowingly and willfully obtains information on a consumer from a consumer reporting agency under false pretenses shall be fined under Title 18. We just spoke about that. Imprisoned for not more than 2 years or both. Under the civil liability section, 15 USC 1681N, in general, any person who willfully fails to comply, look at the words, willfully fails to comply with any requirement imposed under this title with respect to any consumer is liable to that consumer in an amount equal to the sum of any actual damages. And if you've been on here, you know what actual damages mean, right? You know what it means. I'm not going to break it down right now. Y'all know what it means. If you don't, y'all need to be tapped in, because this is how you run up a bag for $100,000 or more. Fails to comply with the requirement under this title with respect to the consumer is liable in the sum of any actual damages sustained by the consumer as a result of the failure, or damages of not less than $100 or not more than $1,000. Or B, in the case of liability of a natural person for obtaining the consumer report under false pretenses or knowingly without a permissible purpose. Permissible purpose must be proven. They must prove that they had permissible purpose. Amount in the sum of knowingly without a permissible purpose, actual damages, we spoke on that, sustained by the consumer as a result of the failure, or $1,000, whichever is greater. This section of the law, you are able to run up a bag. When I tell you that you can get paid for bad credit, this is the section of the law that speaks on bad credit and how you get paid for it. So that is the permissible purpose inquiry deletion letter.
Quick question.
Go ahead.
When they sending this gonna be like a gem. When they sending this out, right, to get the bag, you mean on an invoice tip, correct?
Yeah, that would be the first point. 9 times out of 10 they won't respond to the invoice, so you might have to escalate the situation.
So how about this? I guess me and you we doing our face off, so I'm gonna add the gem in there. And when I get into there, when we do our face off, I'm gonna get them the address to send what you doing to.
Okay, cool.
I got the check from TransUnion, basically.
Yeah, I remember that. And that's a great point to bring up, because we need to break that down as well.
I'll break it down.
Yeah, that's a great point that you brought up.
I got you.
All right, cool. All right, so now, any feedback on the inquiry deletion letter? So the last letter I'm going over, guys, is a child support letter, and this letter is very spicy. It is a very spicy letter. If y'all haven't tapped in yet, I hope y'all are following at the top. Y'all are tapped into the club. Y'all are following on YouTube, Instagram. Y'all that are here, my YouTube channel is up. We got a lot of people on YouTube right now. We're gonna go into the child support letter, and this letter is beast, and I'm telling y'all, it's gonna get crazy. So all these letters that I'm sharing with y'all can get them on the website. All the letters are on the website. But I'm telling you, if you want that different type of feel, if you want if you want to really learn how to master this stuff, the greatest investment you will ever make is an investment in yourself. What do you mean, the letter you bought? I'm trying to get in them Zoom classes on Sundays. What's up? You need to join the university. It's either you join the university, but there's no other way to get in there. You have to join the university to get in on the Sunday Zooms. Too much sauce. People get info and never execute. That is true. I need to get on that About Assets Discord Telegram. Who I need to talk to? You need to talk to Assets. You need to DM him. Did you freeze LexisNexis? You don't have to, but I do recommend it. How much is the university? The university is only $19.97. The late payment removal I bought came back verified. Huh?
Oh, my God, went up.
Oh, I told you yesterday's prices is not today's prices. But not only that, when the right of rescission is finished, the mentorship goes back to 4,000. So when the right of rescission is finished, which is what I'm doing right now, when that package is finished, the course goes up to 4,000. So if y'all are not tapped into it now, I'm telling y'all, when I finish the process for the right of rescission, the mentorship goes up to $4,000. Because you'll be learning how to run the right of rescission on a mortgage. You're going to learn how to run the right of rescission on an auto loan, personal loan. It doesn't matter the transaction. I will teach y'all how to run the play. Let me see y'all put run the play in the chat, because I haven't seen y'all put run the play in the chat all night. I've just been here killing it. Yeah, I don't see no fires in the chat. I don't see no gems. I don't see nobody saying run the play. I don't see nothing. So I think I need to stop, bro. I don't think they want this child support letter. Because if I need to see 100 people on Instagram live before I run this child support letter.
I like that.
And YouTube, listen, y'all need, what's that, 17 more viewers to hit 100. Like, bruh, if I don't see 100, I'm not giving y'all the child support sauce. I am not doing it. I am not doing it. Clubhouse, y'all need to step y'all game up. Let me see how much people. Clubhouse be playing. Like, if I don't see like 40 people inside a Clubhouse, I'm gonna get off a Clubhouse and I'm not giving them the child support letter. YouTube, y'all need to turn up. I see Instagram is going up. Well, Instagram went down now. I need 100 people on the live. Share the live with 10 people. I'm telling y'all, share the live. This like, if you know anybody right now that need the child support, if you know anyone that needs the child support sauce,
tap them in.
Definitely tap them in. Ooh, yo, YouTube is running. Let's go, YouTube. Come on. Yo, YouTube is going. Clubhouse, what's going on, man?
Hey, Doreen, real quick. Can you pin my last comment on the Instagram?
Instagram, yes. Let me look for it right now.
All right, I just did it on now.
Okay, I don't see it. Don't see it yet.
Okay, I'm gonna comment again.
Okay, please, thank you. Let me see. Okay, I got it. The quick links, enroll today. A bear.
Oh, yes.
Boom. All right, just spend it.
Boom.
All right, cool. So I'm telling y'all need to get in the room, man. Y'all are too far from the campfire. I gotta get off of here soon. I got a masterclass Q&A that I was on a panel with, and I have to go back on there to get the questions directed from me. So I'm getting off here in 14 minutes. 14 minutes, I'm off. So like I said, yesterday's prices is not today's prices. I'm telling you now, yesterday's prices is not today's prices. If you need assets information, just go to the top, to the left of the live button. When you click on it, it's going to show you the names of the persons on the live. So I'm going to get the sauce now for the child support.
My fault, dear. I'm over here fixing somebody's credit. I'm sorry.
No, do your thing, bro. Handle your business. All right, so the child support letter is going to be the last letter I'm going to go over. And then we're going to call it a night because I do have a panel that I have to go to. Want to give you your flowers. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Just coming in. Do you have a payment plan? I promise y'all, I am working on this payment plan thing. I'm working on it, bro. I am working on it. Bro, save this live, please. I missed the beginning.
I got something for you for a payment plan.
Yeah, the payment.
I got a way you can do a payment plan, Jay.
Yeah, I'm working on it. But DM me that too, so I can have more than one source.
I got payment plan. I got you. I do payment plans.
So we're gonna get that. When is the one-day masterclass? We can't announce that yet. I need the funnels and everything set up because I know y'all are gonna be hitting the DMs up. We started the funnels today. The funnels should be finished very soon. It will be finished before the next Omni Live. So before next Friday, we will have that information ready where y'all can sign up and reserve y'all seats. And the thing about this one is there's no general admission for this one. This one is a strictly premium type of event where Metro 2 versus consumer laws, right? So we're going to have a showdown of we're going to have a Metro 2 versus consumer law showdown. And this one is going.
No, you said it's regular admission, free, but to get into the room. You said it was like that. What you say? What you say you was gonna do?
No, it's premium. It's only premium entry. It's premium entry only. It's premium entry only. And the Facebook group that we're gonna have, it's like we're gonna make the Facebook group and all that. It's premium only. There is no general admission for this. So I'm letting everybody know. Y'all literally have a whole month, right? So it's gonna be $497, right? And with the $497, no VIP, is going to be a 3 to 5 hour masterclass. And what we're going to also do is the letter, all my letters, at the end of the mastermind, you are going to get a dispute letter pack with probably 25 dispute letters in there, all consumer law based. Asset, if you want to add anything to the dispute letter pack, I want you to put your package together. Right? So put your package together, and we're going to offer 2 sets of dispute letters. One set on Metro 2 and basically explaining how it works and stuff like that. Or you could do a mini course asset, and I'll pair that with whatever you got and the consumer law dispute letter pack. And everybody that attends that premium Metro 2 versus consumer law, you will get this absolutely for free. You're going to get Metro 2 and consumer laws.
Auntie's going to be there. I'll make sure.
And yeah, Auntie's going to be there. The debt collector guy is going to be there. I'm going to invite Brian. I'm also going to also see if I can get some more people on. But it's not about the people. It's more about the education. The education. So the people, those are just bonuses. Those are bonuses. The education is going to be how to write the letters, how to format the letters, how to send the letters out, what you need to do. All right. Now, if you join the mentorship, if you're in the mentorship, if you are a part of the university, this is free access for you. However, I am not the only one doing this. Like from me, that is free. But I got to respect my man's time here. And the fact that we'll be doing it for 3 to 4 hours. So it won't be entirely free. Because like I said, I have to compensate the king for being here and for sharing the information. So we will probably put a small entrance fee for the mentees, for the simple fact that I gotta respect the king's time and I have to compensate him for being on there. And this is not something for free, and I gotta respect the king's time. I have to put some.
I say this too, though, to add to that, to piggyback off what you said, and you gotta understand that you're getting another method. So if one ain't working, you might can use this, or vice versa. You get both sides of the energy. So it's like you might gotta, it might be a factual disputing. You might. This Metro 2 is going to help with the factual of the base reporting, because it's not maximum accurate and complete like it's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. And now you might have sent the letter in. You might use Metro 2 to send the letter out, and then you can hit them with the laws because it's not it's inaccurate reporting. You know what I'm saying? And you're able to prove it with Metro 2. So it just make it more effective.
So to all the mentees, to everyone in the community, this won't be entirely for free, but what I can do is make it significantly discounted. So my side of it will be free, but I have to compensate the king for his time. And it's just business. You can come, you cannot. I'm not forcing anyone to come. But if you want to be a part of it, as a community member, as a mentee, I gotta respect the king's time, and I have to compensate him for his time. Now, let's get into this child support deletion letter. We got 7 minutes to go, so y'all get y'all pens ready. Y'all get everything ready. Let's go. All right. This notice is to inform you that you unlawfully reported an unauthorized account on my consumer report. I recently received communication from you attempting to collect the above listed alleged debt. Your initial communication to me in attempt to collect this alleged debt was within 30 days ago. Please be advised that I hereby dispute the validity of the debt listed above in its entirety. Further, I request verification, validation, and proof that this alleged debt and child is mine. In addition, I want proof of a copy of a contract or agreement. Said contract or agreement must be with the original creditor and signed by all parties involved. You are illegally attempting to collect the above listed alleged debt and money that I do not owe. Cease and desist all collection activity, including all reporting to consumer reporting agencies. Promptly request deletion and any and all prior reporting made to any consumer reporting agency. If you comply with my request above within 14 days, then you are excused from this verification. I have not given you written permission to put anything on my consumer report. 15 U.S.C. 1681b, permissible purpose of consumer reports. In general, subject to subsection C, any consumer reporting agency may furnish a consumer report under the following circumstances and no other, in accordance with the written instruction of the consumer to whom it relates. You have no permissible purpose by law to contact third parties with my private or personal information. 15 U.S.C. 1681a4 speaks on a consumer right to privacy. 15 U.S.C. 1692 speaks on a consumer's right to individual privacy. So right here, I'm going to modify this now. I'm going to put the Privacy Act. So I'm going to make some modifications to this. The Privacy Act. I'm going to include now a short statement on the Privacy Act. And this is what I'm going to use to put the silver bullet on this letter. You have violated my rights to privacy under the FCRA 15 U.S.C. 1681 and the FDCPA 15 U.S.C. 1692. I will not tolerate this bullshit. Like, this is exactly what's in the letter. I am a litigious consumer. I will not hesitate to take legal action and sue you. Yes, you heard me correctly. I will sue you for infringement of my right to privacy for advertising this alleged debt on my consumer reports that I do not owe, and you have no lawful or legal right to collect on. Show me the agreement or contract. Show it to me. If you say I owe it, let me see the contract. It is unlawful for the advertisement of any debt to coerce payment. Stop harassing me. My mental health is on the brink of exploding. You have caused me severe harm and anxiety. 15 U.S.C. 1692d, harassment or abuse. The advertisement for sale of any debt to coerce payment of the debt. Your offenses amount to aggravated identity theft, Person 18 U.S.C. 1028A, 15 U.S.C. 1681Q. You have knowingly transferred, possessed, or used without lawful authority a means of identification of me, which is a felony punishable up to 2 years of imprisonment in addition to civil liability. I am writing this letter to dispute the following account. This is now where you would list the child support account number, whatever they want to put. This agency is in violation of 15 U.S.C. 1692 GB. This is an official dispute of this account. I demand the above account deleted from my consumer report. And that is the child support deletion letter.
That joint, that joint better than the rest of them letters. That one, little, that one dangerous. That one definitely dangerous.
I'm telling you, bro. It's
you showed off on that one. Yeah, I would. That's what that would change though. That's what that would change. I would put on there. When you pay contract at. Put negotiable instrument.
So the reason why I use contracts. So in the child support, there's a section in that speaks about child support. I can't remember it off the top of my head.
I know what you're talking about.
And it's
I'll pull it up for you.
and it speaks about there needs to be a contract between the alleged obligor and the head of the child support agency. There has to be a binding contract. Child support is based on contractual law.
I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
It's contractual law. So there must be a contract. There must be a contract. And if there is no contract, how are you going to say I am liable to pay something and there is no contract? Where is the contract?
Are you in 1681 S1? That's what you're using?
Not S1. I was not using S1 to build this.
Okay.
This one is a complete... S1 is a little bit biased on child support. I don't go for child support. So if you go to the child support manual, there's a child support manual, and that's where I extracted some of the information from. I just don't have all the information here, but this letter is a part of the child support deletion guide that I've been working on. This is the first part of it. The next part I'm going to make now is the webinar. So I need to go back and do now a framework of putting the rest. I probably do that tonight. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. But I am going to make the child support deletion guide. And I'm telling y'all, when this is finished, I keep telling y'all, yesterday's prices is not today's prices. If y'all are going to get in, y'all need to get in now. Do you send this letter? Yep. This letter gets sent directly to the child support office. What if it is? What do you mean, what if what is what? Who are you sending this to? The child support deletion office. I mean, the child support office.
That's my guy. I'm fighting this child support right now.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, it is 8:30. I gotta go for Q&A on the panel. I need to finish eating because I'm starving. Do you send this letter to the child support office? Yes, you send it to the child support office. All the letters that I'm reading, I'm telling y'all, is on the website. Go on the website. All the letters are on the website. All the letters are on the website. The 24-hour inquiry deletion guide. I'm gonna have the Abir, are you still with me? Abir going once.
Oh yes. Yes.
All right. So
I need to mute everything.
Okay.
So yeah.
Could you put inside the Hold on, we're hearing some mad feedback. All right, so go. So just mute. Could you put the links for the child support deletion letter, the inquiry permissible purpose deletion letter, and the no parking deletion letter, as well as the mentorship link inside of the live on YouTube, because I'm about to end it. We can put those in the description. You know what to do. So when anyone is looking for it, they'll be able to use those links to access the product. Okay, good. All right. Everyone, it's been a great night, but I do have to run. I have to go on a panel because I have a Q&A section in a conference that I was speaking on, and I got to make it to that Q&A, and I got to get something to eat. All right? I got to get something to eat. Your boy is starving. Assets, you going live, bro. Yeah, I'm going to save this live. I'm going to save this live. I don't know. I might save it. I don't know. I don't know.
Mercy.
I don't know. I haven't seen no fire in the chat. I don't know, man. Y'all don't want the sauce. They don't want it. I don't think.
They ain't love us today.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. I
You
didn't
might
see no
you might
fire
have
in
to
the
take a month
chat.
off.
I didn't see nothing. I don't. I don't think they want it. So I don't think I'm
You
gonna
gotta take a
save
month
it.
off, man.
Yeah, I don't. I don't think I'm gonna
But
save it.
value.
All right, so Clubhouse, I am going to go. It's been real. We're gonna talk about this another time. Next week, I'm telling y'all, yesterday's prices is not today's prices. Y'all tap in now. But I do have to get off because I have this other engagement that I must go to, and yeah, we're gonna talk. DM me if y'all need to work something out. The letters are there. Everything is there. Everything is there. So y'all stay tapped in. Everyone, it's been an amazing run as always. I gotta run because I have this conference that I have to go do Q&A for. All right. So for everyone that joined us today, thank you so much. And yeah, we're definitely gonna get it going. So see y'all on the flip side. See y'all at the top because the bottom is way too crowded. Let's go.
I'm going live. Y'all can tap in with me because Dwayne leaving y'all.
Yeah, yeah. Go tap in with Asset real quick because I'm about to go. YouTube, y'all showed out today. Y'all showed out strong. I must say, yo, I appreciate all of you. So guess what, YouTube? You will have this live.